Aha. Okay, I heard somebody say that the Texas girl was found. Oh, it was a 7-year-old though, so it must be different. Yeah, see, this is one of those weird times, you know, but I just got to do my show. But the thing is, I was watching a little bit of Oni's show, and then he says, oh, now we're going to talk about a case. Well, I was already going to talk about that case too, but I'm not going to worry about that kind of stuff, right? I got to still, you know, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. You know, but it was one of the ones that people had sent me, and I had it sitting on my desktop, so I was taking a look at it. So maybe we can work through that one too. You know, so it's one of those kind of awkward things, like, oh wow, somebody's covering the same thing at the same night. You know, I didn't steal it though. That's the thing, is that's what I don't like feeling like. That's why sometimes I almost don't want to watch the other channels, because I hate even having the feeling like, oh wow, people think, oh well gosh, that guy just covered it, he was just, you know, and that's just not the way it is. I don't really care, you know. Yeah, there's Blue. Can you guys hear me at all? You guys are, nobody's responding to anything. Captain Moo. Yeah, it's just one of those things where 2 or 3 people had sent me those emails, and I wasn't sure, you know, about that case. And then I looked at, there was one from Australia that somebody sent too. I actually have it on the screen right now. I don't know. I don't think I have it all developed yet, but it's this missing lady in Australia. She's like 60 something years old, and she went missing at a like just really sort of a remote town. Like, I mean, look at that in Australia. It's just almost the middle of nowhere, really. And she had been seen a couple times by other tourists out there, and dropped off, but somebody said she was dehydrated. They just can't find her. That's the part that's weird, is they can't find her. I mean, this area is like a desert. You'd think you'd just be able to spot something, you know. So this is this Emily Gap that goes through there, and I got it all mapped out, but I don't really have the, it seems like there's a little bit of conflicting information. Oh yeah, looks like Blue went and burrowed under his blanket over there. Yeah, you'd probably be able to see something if I had it on the screen, but I'm not really sure yet if I should. I know you guys like watching Blue more. This is the part in Australia though, like how it looks like Mars. Now maybe I can put it up on the screen real quick. It's this case right here, the search for missing German tourist Monica Billen. Oh, thank you. Oh, and first though, let me say something. On the last live that I did, I got a couple donations that I didn't mention because I don't know what the deal is, but on PayPal, it's in Gmail, it stacks them. No, she wasn't found. They called off the search. I got PayPal from Lori and Megan, but they stack the emails like as if it's a conversation. I don't know if it's because the titles are similar, but I didn't see them, so I apologize for that. All right, I'll try to be better at noticing that there's these numbers that say there's 3 or 4 emails in there. Yeah, I don't know if it's Donna that's in there, but you know, when I said earlier about the Klaas case, when people say, every time you see like a 13, 14-year-old, 15-year-old kid that's that an adult has sex with, they immediately call him a pedophile, okay? But if you guys want to be, like, technically correct, that's not accurate, okay? All right? Those are, sometimes child molesters, or they're, statutory rape kind of things. But a pedophile is somebody who's attracted to pre-puberty children, and usually one sex or the other. Okay, so it has nothing to do, when people go, oh, nope, it says children. Well, yes, we call them children, but if you want to know, a pedophile is somebody who that's what their natural attraction is to children that are pre-puberty. Okay? And it's crazy, but that's actually, the studies show that that's how they're born, unfortunately. Because eventually they'll probably become one of the protected classes that you hear all the time. They'll end up being one of the letters on that huge long acronym that we have. Okay, at some point people will feel sorry for them. I guarantee it. You want to watch in about 20 years. All right. So a few different people sent me this information on the German tourist Monica Billen. It sounds like they don't think she died of, nefarious means. No, you're wrong, Miss Medicare. I'm saying that they're not called pedophiles. Are people who are attracted to pubescent children. Okay, that's the truth. Now, maybe the ones that are older than that have a different name. Ah, Jesus. Just look it up. I actually know the answer to this one. Let's see. Amanda Baker. Yeah. They call it an illness, but will you ever? Like, here's how society will make it in the future, because pedophiles.
Grey man, beaming face with smiling eyes.
Because pedophiles are born that way. Thank you, Amanda. They're going to make them a protected class, and eventually they'll make you feel guilty for not wanting them around your children. Okay. Yeah, that's not true, Totoro. I'm nitpicking on it because it's not the accurate term, okay? And so since I'm nitpicking, is that what you're calling me? Is that what you're calling me there? I'm trying to tell you that, watch, in the future, they're going to make them a protected class. Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, they're not non-practice. This is what I don't like getting in this conversation, because people don't really get it. They just want to, their brains are really like, if you're a non-practicing, that's the only way it can be, because if you're a pedophile, that means you are attracted to prepubescent children. Okay? Now, if you're non-practicing, they're just like any other disorder that somebody has. There's no victim, right? But if they're a practicing one, then there's always a victim in their case. All right? So that's the reality of it. And eventually, you're going to get groups saying, listen, we can't discriminate against them. They were born that way. Let's find ways to include them. And you want to see that? I've already seen articles on it. It's ludicrous, okay? All right. So there you go. And I've had this conversation before, and I've seen articles where people try to make the argument. It's really disturbing. All right? But if you want to have a conversation about it, that's the truth. The truth is that's what it means when someone's a pedophile. They are attracted to pre-puberty children. Now, I don't know what the term is for the ones that are, post-puberty to 18. I don't know what you call those people. Okay? Maybe that's the term that the other person typed up there earlier with the HEB or whatever. Yeah, that one. Right. Okay, great. That makes sense. All right. Well, that's not the term I was talking about. So when you guys all kept typing in saying, you're wrong, Gray, I was talking about the other term. All right. So just it gets so frustrating sometimes. Weird. Let's see. Police have pleaded with drivers who may have seen missing German tourist Monica Billen to come forward, saying they should not assume that other people were going to step up instead. Here we go. Gray, you are so mean. Yeah, they're disturbing as hell. The whole thing is. It sucks that we... How do you cure... The only way I would ever release somebody has actually committed pedophilia would be to castrate them, so they have no desire anymore. That's it. That should be the only option.
Gray, you are so mean. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Right. Like you used to say like this, you're in jail for life or you can be castrated. Not medically, not a drug or anything like that. You have to permanently be, so that you have no more attraction or desire at all. Okay? That's it. You can't say, well, there's drugs that do that, and we wouldn't want to... No. Because they can stop that drug, go on a binge somewhere. Okay? Forget it. Gray, you're so mean. Now there's some that are they are one of those, but they don't practice it. They realize that it's wrong. Okay, so and then there's no victim in their case. It's just their brain was wired incorrectly, and eventually I'll be told that, how dare you say that? Probably in let's say 10 years, 15 maybe. Yeah.
On our later newscasts.
All right, another developing story that we are following.
Yeah, that's the other one I was going to cover. Let's see. So she went missing, this lady from Australia, and it's a little bit vague on different information, but it says she accepted a lift from a driver on January 2nd at the intersection of Udulia Road and Stewart TCE. I'm not sure what TCE means. Next to the Todd River. So the thing is that there's been different reportings in different places. Like there's one that said that some hikers saw her at like right around here next to Emily Gap. And apparently she walked this entire route in this scorching, like 120 degrees basically. And then somebody picked her up on this side on the second... on January 2nd, 2019. And then that person drove her back, said she looked dehydrated and disoriented, drove her back towards, this area over here. And I think I can't remember if she was last seen at this olive pink botanic gardens. But look how just absolutely scorched it is out here. I mean, if you get off track, apparently in this same area, there's been all these different people walking around that have died from heat exhaustion. Heat, just absolutely dehydrated. Because when you're in a place like that, that's like 120 degrees, you have to just drink buckets of water. Have you ever done that where it's like 102 degrees outside, you play sports, soccer, whatever, and then the whole time you're just drinking water, and then when you go to the bathroom it's still really orange because your body isn't even getting enough liquid during that. You're not rehydrating yourself. Yeah, but she even refused water, Totoro. She refused water. Pregnant? Well, she's 62 years old. I don't think so. Yeah, so I think I'll look more into this one to have a little bit better timeline. I know that she was at her hotel right here at 10:30 on the 1st, and then they thought that was the last place they'd seen her. There's some surveillance footage of that. Let me see if it's... Okay, it's not in that article. Just a second. Yeah, right there. Like this...
NT police have
wow.
refocused
That's an
their
image
search
of
for a missing German tourist, Monica Billen, around the Emily Gap area near Alice Springs. They're using a helicopter, drone and motorbikes to look for any trace of the 62-year-old.
If we locate any property, or if we are able to sort of lock down a certain area, then we'll start considering doing line searches.
Ms. Billen's family in Germany has been contacted.
Yeah. So I was about
It's an unsolved mystery that's cast a shadow of suspicion.
Forget it. Hopefully you saw that surveillance footage. Maybe I can get it on this one. I don't like when the it starts playing other videos like right after the other one. And by the way, look at on the side here. After I bought that drone and bought the other drone, look at this. All I get on the side of all pages that I'm on are these damn drones right here. Now she just knew your name. Are you talking about the lady that called the other day, Jim? She just knew your name because you were in, she watches the chats. Like your name's right there on the screen. If that's what you're talking about. Yeah, it was pretty weird, the whole thing. All right. Anyways, I'll take a look at this one. It's just kind of a weird case. She's completely, she's just missing. She's been missing for, I think 10 days now. And it looks like a place where you should be able to find somebody. Whether, even if she died, it seems like there'd be as sad as it sounds, like you'd see vultures sort of around in the area. Right? Yeah, I was looking up the term for somebody right there, so I didn't want to get in an argument. Okay. What are you guys talking about in there? Weird, isn't it? Yeah, well, if it's the person that I think it was that called yesterday, this person, I've blocked 2 of their YouTube accounts. They're the ones that said, "Did you order your wife through the mail?" So I blocked that person. And then that same person contacted people I know on Facebook and said, "What he's telling you isn't the truth," even though they saw the direct, the entire screen grabs. What she says is that she said how pretty my wife is later. But yes, she did say that. After she said what she said. Hey, thanks, Brian. So she said, "Did you order your wife in the mail?" And I said, "You're a racist." And she goes, "Well, no, your wife's pretty." So now she tells everybody, "I said how pretty she was. Didn't you hear me?" Yeah, right. That's how it went. Yeah, she did say that. And then she came back on with another account, a third one, a couple days ago. And then I screen grabbed that, and then she made it so I couldn't reply. I wasn't even going to reply, but it's like it's closed down, like I can't even comment if I wanted to. All right. So here's the case that's in the description of the video. Okay, police are searching for missing Ennis mother last seen on Saturday. So let's see. A worried family and a concerned police department are asking for the public's help to find a woman who vanished without a trace on Saturday night.
On our later newscasts.
All right, another developing story that we are following: the desperate search for a missing mother and her family can only wait and pray. Kevin Reese is in Ennis tonight. He spoke to her family. Kevin?
Yes, in Ennis, this family is worried sick and police concerned enough that they're asking for the public's help to find this missing woman. She's the mom of a 7-year-old daughter. Her family says she wouldn't just walk away, but she's been missing since Saturday night.
I'm scared to death, I'll be honest with you. I'm scared to death is what's wrong. I just don't know what's wrong.
What Shirley Wade does know is wrong is that her 38-year-old daughter Emily told her last Saturday night that she was going out with friends, co-workers from her waitress job at the Ennis Chili's on Main Street. That she was going to a house on Clay Street to eat pizza and watch a movie. A male friend has told police she left around 8:30 that night and no one has seen her since.
And I don't know where she is. She's been gone now for 4 days.
Saturday night that she was going out with friends, co-workers from her waitress job at the Ennis Chili's on Main Street. That she was going to...
All right, here we go. Ennis, Texas, Chili's. Is this Main Street? Looks like Main Street. So that's Main Street. Now let me just type in Chili's Main, let's see, Ennis, Texas, Main Street. Yeah, there we go. Well, they're saying that one.
To a house on Clay Street to eat pizza and watch a movie. A male friend has told police she left around 8:30 that night and no one has seen her since.
And I don't know where she is. She's been gone now for 4 days. And it's killing me. I love her so much and I just want her to come home.
Emily Wade is originally from Kentucky. The car she was driving was her mom's 2012 silver Nissan Altima, a car exactly like this one, but with Kentucky license plates 411 PAZ.
We just want her home.
Jared Jones and Emily Wade share custody of their 7-year-old daughter. As of this morning, on day 4, they...
Okay, I'm gonna go back to this.
I'm scared to death, I'll be honest with you. I'm scared to death is what's wrong. I just don't know what's wrong.
What Shirley Wade does know is wrong is that her 38-year-old daughter Emily told her last Saturday night that she was going out with friends, co-workers from her waitress job at the Ennis Chili's on Main Street. That she was going to a house on Clay Street to eat pizza and watch a movie. A male friend has told police she left around 8:30 that night and no one has seen her since.
And I don't know where she is. She's been gone now for 4 days. And it's killing me. I love her so much and I just want her to come home.
Emily Wade is originally from Kentucky. The car she was driving was her mom's 2012 silver Nissan Altima, a car exactly like this one, but with Kentucky license plates 411 PAZ.
We just want her home.
Jared Jones and Emily Wade share custody of their 7-year-old daughter. As of this morning, on day 4, they hadn't told her yet that her mom is missing.
It's going to break her heart.
Yes.
We don't know what to say to her, but We're gonna have to tell her something. She's very intuitive and she knows something is wrong.
Her family says Emily Wade's bank account hasn't been touched, that her cell phone, one she only uses for text messaging, hasn't been used either. They are baffled, and so are police, and both are asking for the public's help to bring Emily home.
No, she's never done anything like this before. That's what scares me. She would not do this to her.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it real quick. I'm trying to find this, let's see. Chili's, Ennis, Texas, Main Street. I think I have the right one, but I don't see Main Street on there for some reason. Okay, well there's only one in Ennis, and it's on Ennis Avenue, not Main Street. So whoever, you know, what sucks is when you get somebody to report something and it's not right, and then you spend like 20 minutes on a wild goose chase on something. Because I think the only Chili's in Ennis, Texas is this one right here. And it's on Ennis Avenue, or Ennis, Ennis Avenue. And it's right here. It's this one. So she's at this Chili's right here. Alright, so let's see, fill in the rest of the story now. I'm gonna rewind. Is this the right one? Oh, maybe this is different.
Samika Knight, only on 13 Eyewitness News this morning.
I'm scared to death, I'll be honest with you. I'm scared to death is what's wrong. I just don't know what's wrong.
What Shirley Wade does know is wrong is that her 38-year-old daughter Emily told her last Saturday night that she was going out with friends, co-workers from her waitress job at the Ennis Chili's on Main Street. That she was going to a house on Clay Street to eat pizza and watch a movie. That her 38-year-old daughter Emily told her last Saturday night that she was going out with friends, co-workers from her waitress job at the Ennis Chili's on Main Street. That she was going to a house on Clay Street to eat pizza and watch a movie. A male friend has told police. She left around 8:30 that...
Okay, so Clay Street. Okay, so it's not that far away. You've got, let me mark that as Chili's right there. And then Clay Street. I don't know where on Clay Street though, that's the problem. But let's see how long Clay Street is. So Clay Street, does it continue over here anywhere? No. So Clay Street is short. It's not that long. Let's see. So this is Clay Street right there. Just this one area. Let's see if it continues over here though. Yeah, so that's Clay there now. So Clay goes like that and then up like this. Is that also Clay? Yeah, okay. So I'll just map out Clay Street here. It's not too long, so. So we don't know where on Clay Street this is at this point. But just so we have it as a visual reference. Alright. So that's Clay Street right there, alright? So somewhere on that street, she went to have pizza. Alright, so now let's move on to the next part. And if this is boring to some of you, I'm sorry. This is what we do here.
That night, and no one has seen her since.
And I don't know where she is. She's been gone now for 4 days, and it's killing me. I love her so much, and I just want her to come home.
Emily Wade is originally from Kentucky. The car she was driving was her mom's 2012 silver Nissan Altima.
Okay. 2012 silver. Wait, what kind? What Ultima? Ah, shit.
2012 silver Nissan Altima.
Nissan silver Nissan Altima. There we go. So copy image address, and then I'll put that into the map as well. I'll just put that at Chili's here. Okay. Yeah, so there you go. That's the kind of car she was driving. Now back to the story. Slowly go through it. Richard Canick. I should call him Richard the Mechanic Canick. Even though I don't know if he's a mechanic or not. It just sounds cool. Like a nickname. Richard the Mechanic. Right?
A car exactly like this one, but with Kentucky license plates 411 PAZ.
We just want her home.
Jared Jones and Emily Wade share custody of their 7-year-old daughter. As of this morning, on day 4, they hadn't told her yet that her mom is missing.
It's going to break her heart.
Thanks, Sonny Grant.
We don't know what to say to her, but we're going to have to tell her something. She's very intuitive, and she knows something is wrong.
Her family says Emily Wade's bank account hasn't been touched, that her cell phone, one she only uses for text messaging, hasn't been used either. They are baffled, and so are police, and both are asking for the public's help to bring Emily home.
No, she's never done anything like that.
They are baffled, and
something is wrong.
Her family says Emily Wade's bank account hasn't been touched, that her cell phone, one she only uses for text messaging, hasn't been used either.
So her bank account, I mean, it sounds so similar to other stories, doesn't it? You know, the Cheryl Coker. I mean, this guy looks genuinely upset. He's the ex-husband. They had joint custody. You kind of wonder where she was headed at 8:30, though. Like, why would... Normally, when you go out with girls after work, you know, if you're a girl or you're a guy and you go out, like, you'd stay out a little later than 8:30, right? Go over for pizza and then bail at 8:30? I don't know. I mean, she does have kids, so maybe she had to get home, something like that. Thank you, Lisa Burwell. That looks like that was through Streamlabs. And if you weren't here before, I want to thank Lori and Megan earlier for their PayPal donations that I neglected to mention because Gmail stacked them into one email. I don't know why they do that. I think I can turn that off, though.
They are baffled, and so are police, and both are asking for the public's help to bring Emily home.
No, she's never done anything like this before. That's what scares me. She would not do this to her mother. I know she wouldn't do it to me. She knows how I worry. She would not do this to me. She would not do this to her daughter. No, nothing like this.
Here, just a second.
Melanie Lawson, only on 13's Live at 5.
Just an absolutely dreadful story to tell you
Oh,
about
yeah.
in New Mexico.
Yeah, this is one that popped up later. Right after I was watching this earlier. Listen to this shit right here.
Landscaper asked a customer if he could bury a dead pet in his backyard, but what he really buried was far more tragic. Thurman Dunn says he was on vacation last month when his landscaper and neighbor, David Zuber, called, asking if he could bury his cat in Dunn's yard. But when Dunn returned from vacation, authorities knocked on his door. They told him Zuber had actually buried his 1-year-old daughter, Anastasia.
It was buried in the backyard underneath the remains of a dead dog. The body was inside 2 layers of white plastic trash bag inside of a black duffel bag.
It's truly devastating, to be honest with you. Every time I see this, I wonder why.
Police arrested Zuber and his girlfriend last week. They are charged now with child abuse resulting in death.
Yeah, and in other news, I mean, why isn't that the lead story? That's ridiculous, that thing. You know, like in that local area, wouldn't that be the first story? You know? Barbarians among us. All right. I think I have a couple more articles on that last one. No, not that.
Ilona Carson, only on 13 Eyewitness News.
What?
So let's see down here in the family of Chile waitress last seen 5 days ago is pleading for help solving her disappearance. Emily Wade is the mother of 7-year-old, and her family says they just haven't had the heart to tell her that her mom is missing. Let me get down to. Basically, they just put the same words that are in that video. I thought this was another article. Let me get her name and then do a Daily Mail. They usually have a bigger 90% accurate type thing. Thanks, Jana Fan. Is it going to read it?
Gray, you are the best. All these other YouTubers want to be you, but there is only one you. We freaks love you and your work is amazing.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, let me try. Freaks. No, that's not the name. Shoot. That was still in memory from before. Just a second.
Art Rascone, only on 13's Live at 5.
Is that another?
I'm scared to death, I'll be honest with you. I'm scared to death is what's wrong. I just don't know what's wrong.
What Shirley Wade does.
That is right. Emily Wade, Daily Mail. Wow, that's wild. God, there's another story from Australia, an Emily Wade. So I guess we'll have to find that a different way here. Thanks, Richard Canick, the mechanic. It looks like a different account or something. I don't know. Well, thanks, Lanky Jen. I'm just kind of working through this one live right now, though. Hope it's not too boring. Emily Wade.
Gray, you'd only know what you're talking about. Thank you, friend.
What that sounded is like, you don't know what you're talking about. Thank you, friend. Now, the quick synopsis is that the Emily Wade, who was working at Chili's restaurant after she got off work, went over to her friend's house. on, let's see, let me get the map so you can see it. Clay Street right here. And they have pizza, and at 8:30 she left, and she hasn't been seen since, and her phone hasn't been used, and her means for money, her bank account, hasn't been touched either. So there you go. Okay, that's where we're at right now. And we're still kind of working through this, though. Let me mark this with say Clay Street here. All right. And the Chili's is right here. So the distance, I guess what we could do is take this measuring right here, and this is miles. So I'll start it right here at Chili's. So the furthest she could be away is 1.5 miles. The closest 1, and actually 1.6 miles over here. So 1.6, and then the closest would be a mile. And then 1.5. So the furthest she could possibly be away if she was on Clay Street was 1.6 miles from Chili's. All right. But I have a feeling like there's no homes out here, so it's going to be from about right here all the way to there. So I would say 1.5 to 1 miles. I don't know what you're referring to, BS Flags. Talking about their 7-year-old daughter, he states she just wants her mommy home. That's all he wants. He's shaking his head repeatedly no. I don't know. I thought he looked like he was pretty sincere. But like always, if there's a child involved and you're an ex, like you might want to look at the ex-husband. I mean, that's always the first thing you look at, right? Yeah, I'm not going to look at the inconsistent body language stuff. That's when people start getting into the crazy. Maybe if we had, was it Mary? Mary used to be our local body language person. You're the fact getter, not the inconsistent body language expert. Like if you want to go out and do the PI kind of stuff, that's cool. But names and where they worked, their arrest record, that kind of thing. Yeah, Marie, or is it? I think you just say it's Marie, right? Not Mary. I've seen her on here recently. I see. I'm sure. Okay. Let's see. His eyes look swollen of crying. Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's sad. Yeah. I don't know. People do that all the time. We just saw a case recently where somebody was shaking their head no, right? And they're saying something positive, and they weren't even the person who killed anybody. So it's like it's not always accurate. It's actually kind of, it's just sort of a possible meaning of something. But if we get Marie on here and we play that, then that'd be cool, because that's what she does. All right, let's play it then. Well, you sent me a link right to a severed arm? Thanks. Good stuff. That's where that link took me to, okay? That didn't work. See, we're doing that same crap again, right? Send me a link, you get me on a tangent, now we're on to something. The link doesn't even work. And, you sent me to a severed hand. Okay, all right. Well, moving on. Yes, I could see that body language was weird. Anytime you see a missing arm, it's generally not good. Oh, I thought you were sending me something on this case. No, I haven't seen that one. Send me an email or something. I thought, you know, we're talking about this case right now, Erica. Yeah, haven't you ever heard that? Like, normally when there's a severed arm, it's not very good body language. In fact, you're lacking body language because the arm's missing. Yeah. Okay, there you go. That link got somewhere. Thank you.
More in 2019. Start with up to 12% off Nebraska Furniture Mart's already low prices on furniture and flooring. The more you spend, the more you save. 8, 10, up to 12% off. Shop a huge selection of hot deals on appliances and electronics too. Plus, use September 2020 financing. It's a great combination of money-saving deals you don't want to miss. Save now at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Order online with same-day drive-through pickup.
Family of 38-year-old Emily Wade says it's out of character for her to leave her daughter. Our Steve Pickett is live in Ennis with the latest on the search. Steve?
The focal point right now is from this police department to offer an appeal to the public. If anyone knows anything, as you mentioned, Gilman, in this particular situation, it has been, starting tomorrow, 1 week since the disappearance of Emily Wade. Jared Jones has made flyers, ready to visit any Ennis business, anything to help his daughter reunite with her missing mothers.
She just wants her mommy home. She just wants her mommy home. And that's all we want.
Emily Wade disappeared January 5th. The mother of a 7-year-old works for this.
He's saying no, he must be guilty. Oh my God.
She has not been seen since last Saturday. Jones and others say police have searched this Ennis roadway, the route that apparently leads to a co-worker's house that Wade visited Saturday night.
We just need to know something, so we know where to begin. And if he would, if he was her friend, he would definitely come help.
She told me, Mom, I won't be gone but a couple hours. We're gonna eat a pizza.
Wade's mother says Emily was driving her silver 2012 Altima. The car has a Kentucky license plate.
Yeah, let's do it again. There we go. Let's do it again.
Her missing mothers.
She just wants her mommy home. She just wants her mommy
I'm
home.
so mean.
And that's all we want.
Emily Wade disappeared January 5th. The mother of a 7-year-old works for this local Chili's, but she has not been seen since last Saturday. Jones and others say police have searched this Ennis roadway, the route that apparently leads.
Oh, was my Facebook Messenger making beeping sounds when I was gone for about 30 seconds?
Leads to a co-worker's house that Wade visited Saturday night.
We just need to know something, so we know where to begin. And if he would, if he was her friend, he would definitely come help.
Who's he?
She told me, Mom.
Co-worker's house that Wade visited Saturday night.
We just.
Okay, so co-worker, like maybe a guy's house. And is the co-worker the one that's saying? See, I kind of just assumed it was a girl going over to have pizza with. So when you're saying co-worker now, it sounds like he's saying that it's a guy. Okay, and it sounds like he went to this guy right here. Well, he knows that it's a guy that she went to, right? So how would that? Who's the one that's reporting she was last seen at 8:30? Is it the guy she was with? If so, then that could be where the problem is. Or it could be that this guy was jealous that she was with that other guy. Okay, so that's where we're at now. But when I look at this guy so far, I don't see anything, you know. Well, Gray, you're not trained in that, so therefore, you know. Yeah. So they said that she left the house. Okay.
Need to know something. What?
Emily Wade disappeared January 5th. The mother of a 7-year-old works for this local Chili's, but she has not been seen since last Saturday. Jones and others say police have searched this Ennis roadway, the route that apparently leads to a.
So what was that, 600 Clay Street? I don't know if that's really right where it was, but let's just see where that is on the map. Yeah, so maybe right in there. I don't know. That's what that sign said, though.
Co-worker's house that Wade visited Saturday night.
We just need to know something, so we know where to begin. And if he would, if he was her friend, he would definitely come help.
She told me, Mom, I won't be gone for a couple hours. We're gonna eat a pizza.
Wade's mother says Emily was driving her silver 2012 Altima. The car has a Kentucky license plate. She says her adult daughter.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not, that guy doesn't have something to do with it. I'm just saying I don't, I see people do that all the time when they shake their head and they're saying yes, and they're not the bad guy. Now, sometimes it does mean something. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay? That's just the reality. Now, he could actually be the person. I mean, he's most likely, he's one of the more likely candidates, right? They're always the people of interest. Okay? But it's sort of like you get all these cases. Everybody thinks they're these incredible body language experts, like in the Justin Ross Harris case. There's so many cases where these guys get convicted because they sucked at their body language and they weren't even guilty. So how about let's just look at facts and not body language, because I think it's sort of a junk science, really. So, I mean, I think it's one of those things where it's like 60% right. Okay? So at that point, you can't be used in court. It's just like the lie detector test. It's worse than that, though. Okay? It's worse than a lie detector test. It cannot be used in court. It doesn't mean anything. They can let people watch the interrogation, and people all of a sudden go, "Oh my God, did you see that?" And then, it starts working that way in terms of convincing somebody. No, I do not think I'm 100% sure in the Justin Ross Harris case that he got absolutely jobbed by a malicious prosecutor who tried to sell a fake story to a jury and lied to the public for all the time it took for that trial to go to court, to actually make it to trial. And then in court, all of the shit that they said was a lie, proven to be a lie, but the jury was so stupid that they believed the bullshit anyways, because they wanted to. They hated the guy because he was cheating on his wife, and the reason the child died in the car was because he was distracted from having sexting and texting women. Okay? Did he intentionally try to kill his kid maliciously? Hell no. It was ludicrous in that case. Okay? So that's all I'm going to say. It was the most embarrassing spectacle of society, watching people's behavior during that trial. Unbelievable. All right.
Would never leave her own child.
If she could get to a phone, if she could get to us at all, she would, and that's what scares me the most.
We have been told by that family member that a lot of those co-workers at Chili's, including the one that apparently Ms. Wade visited, have been questioned by police. Police have not listed anyone as a suspect in any of this. They simply define this as a disappearance. We showed you, for example, Clay Street, where they were last looking. That street ends at Old City Lake, a park that has a lake. We were told late today there's an indication that that lake may have been searched by authorities as well. Still, to this point, nothing new. Reporting live, Steve Pickett, CBS license plate. She says her adult daughter would never leave her own child.
If she could get to a phone, if she could get to us at all, she would, and that's what scares me the most.
Did you see that? She said, "That's what scares me the most," but was shaking her head. Oh my God. Could it possibly be?
We have been told by that family member that a lot of those co-workers at Chili's, including the one that apparently Ms. Wade visited, have been questioned by police. Police have not listed anyone as a suspect in any of this. They simply define this as a disappearance. We showed you, for example, Clay Street, where they were last looking. That street ends at Old City Lake, a park that has a lake. We were told late today there's an indication that that lake may have been searched by authorities as well. Still, to this point, nothing new. Reporting live, Steve Pickett, CBS 11 News.
Steve, thank you very much. On to
Let's save more in.
So what else we got out there? You got any more links? BS flags? Maybe we can see one where he twitches his eye the wrong direction. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that Justin Ross, Cooper, the Justin Ross Harris case was a joke. Okay, the topic was serious and sad, but what they did was, in that case, was they sold. The jury was so wanting to convict him that they didn't care that the prosecutors lied. Even during the trial, they manipulated evidence to make things look differently. And one of the dumbest things ever was that they allowed the jury to go out and look at the car, like literally stick their head into the car and observe where the car seat would have been. Okay? That's not how Justin Ross, because what they want to do is see how come he didn't see it. Well, the only way to do that then is to make people get into the car and and say you can't look back. You just got to get in the car like normal people do. But you can't replicate that, okay? And like at lunchtime when he came by, he opened the car door and he threw the light bulbs in. And his friends were right there. He didn't care that they were there. Well, why didn't he wait for them to drive away before he opened up the door? Okay, but they don't want to tell you that part in there. Yeah. Yeah. The worst part about that trial was just watching all these self-righteous, holier-than-thou types just every second saying, "Oh, I would never leave my kid in the car." Well, the thing is, that's what they all say. Every time it happens, it's just like the pit bull owners too. They always go, "Oh, wow, it was so nice all the time." Well, the thing is there was a case here in Oregon where a guy that works for Intel, he died. I mean, he died, but his child died. Same thing, but he didn't get any charges at all. It's almost the exact scenario, and it happened after Justin Ross Harris. Tech guy. Was supposed to drop his kid off at daycare, but normally doesn't do it and then he drives to work, and then when he gets back off of work, he goes out to the car, and there's his child dead in the car, and he collapsed to the ground. Now, Justin Ross Harris was screaming and yelling out loud, and then the police were like, calm down, and they put him in the back of the cruiser. And then they used how calm he was at trial to say, look, he doesn't care. Oh, yeah, and then he asked if they could turn on the air conditioning. It was sweltering hot outside, and he was stuffed in the car. And then you think, oh, look how insensitive that was. Well, in his mind, he didn't kill his kid by putting him in a hot, on purpose in a hot car. So if he's asking for air conditioning, it doesn't mean anything. That was in Atlanta. Yeah. Look at how calm he is. He's sitting in the back of that car. Oh. Yeah, but right before that he was screaming out loud and just couldn't believe what happened, and they told him to calm down. Okay? To me, it's sort of like when you get the taser and you shock somebody with a taser, and your body automatically wiggles, and they say, stay still while they're tasing you. Stay still, quit struggling, quit resisting, quit resisting. And you're like, your body just does that because your muscles are being shocked. How about you quit shocking me for 30 seconds? You know, let me calm down. My muscles calm down. Then you can put the cuffs on me. But I can't relax when I'm being tased. It doesn't work that way. I mean, you've seen those videos, right? Where they keep tasing the person, and then they're telling him to quit resisting, quit struggling. God, I just want to fix that stuff. Yeah. Well, hey, Darrow, you don't have any rebuttal to anything I'm saying. Everything I said was true. Okay, you just don't like Justin Ross Harris. Okay, and you think he should be punished because he neglected his child because he was sexting. You've told me that 100 times privately. Okay, so that's the truth. You don't like him because you think he should be punished, and he should be. He should get neglect charges. I think he should have been, gotten like 10 years for. I mean, the thing is should he though? Because he didn't intentionally do it. So why does it matter what the reason for his distraction is, right? What's the reason for the distraction? That's the thing. I mean, I agree that he should get something, but the guy that went to Intel, right? His reason for his distraction was he was probably thinking of code, trying to program something. Okay, but why is that any more valid than a guy that's sexting? Okay, it still doesn't has nothing to do with what happened. I mean, it does have to do with what happened, but the reason that you're distracted shouldn't play any role, even though it's disgusting, right? Yeah, see, that's what everybody always says, every time. They want to say the self-righteous kind of comments, like, oh, they were there to protect. They're all like that. So the guy at Intel was there to protect too, right? Yeah, right, but that's how quickly it happens, Darrow. We've already gone through this. Now you're bringing it up again to try to score these quick, cheap points. We've already talked about the minute privately, and you go, yeah, I see. Yeah, you're right. But now you bring it up again because it's quick, cheap points. I don't like that kind of stuff. Okay, the reality of it is that when you get distracted, you're distracted immediately, okay? It's not, there's no 20, you don't go, well, you can only be distracted 20 minutes later. Have you ever been driving down the street and then you have to take the next right, and then in 10 seconds you're thinking about something else and you miss the next right? You keep driving, right? That's because you got distracted for that little bit of time. And that's exactly how it works. And then like for me, for example, I have like groceries, right? I've gone grocery shopping. And then when I get home, I've left the groceries in the car the entire time. And I'm inside the house for 3 hours and doing stuff, and I go, oh crap, my groceries. And then people in here will go, well, that's not the same as a child. A child, you should remember. Look at the same mechanism is in charge, is in play here. It's the same thing, okay? Except that's why it's so rare. Now, the thing is, I was golfing last year with 3 different guys that have kids, and all 3 of them said that they have left their kid in the car accidentally, but it was a short time because they remembered them quick enough. Like within 20 minutes later, they go, oh crap, I left my kid in the car. Okay, but let's say something else got you. Let's say you sat down and started watching a movie. Then 3 hours later, you go, oh crap, oh Jesus, and you go out there and they're dead in the car. Yeah. So that's just the way it is, okay? Now, the moment that you forget is right away. See, this is the case that Darrow finally agreed with me on, but still has this nagging hate for Justin Ross Harris, so always comes back and has to get a couple jabs in when we talk about it. But this is a case I actually met her on. Well, that's okay. You can disagree all you want, Karen. You're just wrong, okay? So let me ask you this. Okay, I'm gonna put it up on the screen right now. Okay, here we go. It just happens. It's rare, Okay, maybe they should get some jail time or something, but there's no intent. There's no malicious intent. There should be no first-degree murder, cruelty, any of this kind of shit like that. It's garbage. Yes, I am right, Karen. I am right. Yeah. Let's see. Intel worker hot car death. Huh? See, it's just the holier than thou mothers, and there are some fathers too that get out there and they go, oh, I would never do that to mine. Therefore, nobody else. It should never happen to anybody else. God. Now, should they get some kind of neglect charge? Sure. Okay. I can actually buy into that. That you were so neglectful, especially Justin Ross Harris, because he was just sexting. Okay. Now the guy that Intel, what should he get? Right? Here it is. I'll show you this one right here. Death of baby left in car at Intel was tragic. An unintentional accident. Okay? Except in the Justin Ross Harris case, they hated him so much, they said it was intentional because he was sexting. So it says, prosecutors have decided not to file criminal charges against a father whose baby girl died after he left her inside his car at an Intel campus in Hillsboro. This is where I live out here. Last year. They announced Friday. Okay? The death of a 6-month-old baby left for 6 hours in her father's car amounted to a tragic and unintentional accident, prosecutors announced Friday after a months-long investigation. Joshua Fryer, 38, told police he had forgotten that his daughter, Jillian, was still in his Nissan Leaf when he drove to work last October 16th. Hey, that just happens to be my birthday. Now my birthday's tarnished forever. Okay, October 16th at Intel campus in Hillsboro. An autopsy finding that the baby's death could be linked to heat was key in the decision not to file charges in the case. He typically wouldn't release the details. This is, you know what they did? This is a case that's crazy. They gave him an out. They looked for a way to free this person. Okay? They looked for a way to... What's up? Zoids, please report to the chat. Oh my God. So listen to that. Hey, Margie. He typically wouldn't release the details in a potential child abuse case because of confidentiality concerns. But Barton said he did this time, given the extraordinary interest in the case, the importance of educating the community, and the reality that many of the case-specific facts have already been made public. Fryer was initially investigated, and accusations of second-degree manslaughter, criminally negligent homicide, first-degree criminal mistreatment, and second-degree child neglect charges, according to a search warrant. So that's what they were looking to do at first. The Fryer family had recently come to Oregon from Massachusetts because of the father's job as an engineer at Intel. So that means he's got a really heavy mental workload. Okay, a programmer. The police investigation showed that Jillian had been inside the car of Intel farm campus from about 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Fryer told police he was operating outside his normal routine that day and forgot that the baby was in the back seat. He started his day at work and then left to meet his wife at the doctor's office for their daughter's 6-month-old checkup, he told police. So he was at work, then he got up and he drove to the checkup for the 6-month-old checkup, he told police. After the appointment, Fryer was supposed to drop the baby that he was just at the appointment with. He was supposed to drop the baby off at daycare, but he got distracted. See, again, daycare involved. Got distracted thinking about work. See, that's exactly what I tell people all the time. But they always go, yeah, it's not right, Gray, you're not right. It's bullshit. Look, he got distracted thinking about work. He told investigators. It wasn't until his wife arrived at the daycare, called her husband and asked where Jillian was. This is so similar to the Justin Ross Harris case. The difference is Justin Ross Harris at the time was thinking about sexting, not work. Do you see the difference there? So that's why he got all this shit thrown at him. It's the same story, though. The baby was no longer breathing. Let's see. It wasn't until his wife arrived at daycare, called her husband, and asked where Julian was that Fryer realized what he had done. The baby was no longer breathing, and Fryer ran to the car, and she was pronounced dead at Hillsborough that evening. The autopsy was conducted the following morning. On the day Julian died, temperatures were around 70 degrees. Police conducting an experiment found that the car temperature inside similar circumstances could surpass 100 degrees in less than 2 hours. From the outside, all signs seemed to point to heat causing the infant death. But Dr. Clifford, finding an out for him, ruled the cause of the case a sudden, unexplained infant death. He said it couldn't definitely say how Julian died. See, that's where they were looking for a way to get him out, because they realized how devastated he was. They realized it was an accident. So they said, well, we weren't really able to determine the actual cause, so therefore we're just going to rule it a tragic accident. Okay? And so they allowed him an out. Now, in the Justin Ross Harris case, they just didn't like him. Even though it was still unintentional, he did not intentionally kill his child. They hated him, and now he's in life forever. Like he's got his sentence was something like, I mean, it's basically life without parole. Okay, it's a joke. Guy didn't do it on purpose. His wife, that he doesn't even like her, doesn't even like him, said the same thing, that he would never do that. He was a good dad. He just, unbelievable. All right. So the thing is it does happen to people. You can call it, not if it's about this, though. Okay. Yeah, it's sad, but people leave their kids in cars all the time, and a lot of them do it unintentionally. There's some people that literally, they want to go gamble, and they leave their child in the car to go gamble. Those people should get some charge, like criminally negligent homicide. But people who accidentally do it, where they didn't even remember that they had a kid in the car, they have no they have no ill will. Okay, they didn't even, we're just not perfect as people. Okay, that's where the difference is. Now, I know that all these people will watch this video and go, "Oh, you're so wrong, you're so wrong," but in reality, that's just the truth. Okay. Yes, you're supposed to protect your child. So I do think you should have some charge of some kind, like some sort of, maybe a huge fine and maybe a little jail time. But it's like, you're not a murderer. You didn't intentionally try to kill anybody. Yeah, that casino mom. Shit, those people are stupid as hell. Right, Daro. I agree with those kind. Those people do it intentionally. They are intentionally left their kid in the car to go do something. And that's where a huge difference is. Super Dario Brothers. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. They just didn't want to charge this guy. They saw how devastated he was. They didn't do the camera on him every 2 seconds, waiting for him to blink and look the wrong way. Put him in a cell and film him every 2 seconds. What you got to do is take a class on how to look when you're in the interrogation room. Because if you don't look exactly the way the public thinks you should look, you're in trouble. Yeah. Anyways, one of these days I'm going to do a full-on recap of that. I don't know. Sometimes I don't really have the energy to go back through that again, because it was just so, I couldn't even believe it when I was following it. just the stuff that would go on. The judge was so biased towards the prosecution. Every single thing that they wanted, they got to do. She was just, it was not good. Hell, yeah, that wasn't true, though. See, that's the thing, sorry. Right there. Daro can even tell you that one. I'll let her explain it to you in there. Yeah. Yeah, almost none of that was true. All the stuff that, like, see, everybody in here, they didn't really follow the trial. A lot of people that are in here, they remember all the stuff prior that was said in the preliminary hearing. They go, oh, yeah. Almost everything in that preliminary hearing was false, incorrect information. They said, what about the internet search? Remember that? I'll see if you can answer it. What were you doing? Like, you weren't paying attention, Daro? Come on. I mean, I bet she has. You know what she's doing right now? She's listening to 2 shows at the same time. Right. He didn't search for it. That never happened. Why do you want to drink peach like a river? Or peace like a river? Maybe I should have. Nah, forget it. I'm never drinking again on my show. Maybe we'll have a show where it's like, maybe on Personal Paranormal or something. Yeah, it's like we're not robots. And people just make mistakes, you know? Remember, like, you guys heard the story recently. Remember, it was last year, the guy that adopted. They finally adopted these kids, and like one of the parents left them in the car, and they died. Hot car death. They didn't get, you know, sentenced to life in prison or anything like that. Well, I'm just saying, I'm just not going to drink because, you know, it was just kind of weird to get people even saying, oh, great, gosh, I mean, I had one freaking drink, too. It's like, hey, I guess Daro's getting married here pretty soon. You know what you can do is have a drone fly in and drop the ring into, forget it. Yeah, well, maybe I won't care then. All right. So BS Flag, are you still out there? Do you got any new links? Anything like that? I guess she was saying, I was reading that there was other people at the party that saw her leave at 8:30. All right, check my Facebook message. All right, let's see. Oh boy, here we go. You. Sorry, I'm reading something. Yes, I'm still here. I am still, I think I am. Let's see. All right. Just thought I'd make Little Kelly is a moderator now. All right. All right. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the shit show train, everybody. Here we go. No, we don't have, our chats are usually pretty mellow, right? See what I'm saying? Her name isn't blue for some reason. I don't know why. No, should work. Maybe you had to refresh or something. No, she is one because I can see it. If you go to her name, it says remover is one, right? That means she is one. Yeah. I think you have to refresh or something. I don't know. Yeah, no problem. I don't know if you refresh or how that works, but yeah, so I guess what BS Flag was saying was that at the party, other people saw that she left at 8:30. It wasn't just the guy's house that she was at. So what happened to her then? Where was her car found, by the way? Is her car missing? I missed that part. Let me get that.
Melanie Lawson, only
I have
on 13's live.
That's right. Her car's missing. So that's the thing, is her car's missing. It has the license plate they gave out. She left at 8:30, so that means she drove somewhere and her car's missing. Right. Okay. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Let's see. Let's see what the ground looks like around there. So she leaves the party. Well, let's do this. Let's figure out where she lived next, okay? And I'll do it myself, so don't type it in. Don't, We already got that, Gray. It's right over here. Well, I'm not looking anymore, so. Probably about 10 of these. Probably more even. Well, there's not going to be too many. Well, how old is she? Do you guys remember? Anybody remember how old she was from that? So maybe she doesn't live in Ennis. 38. Look at that. Look at that. A simple thing. We got 36, 39, 38. But I'll go with 38. Oh, boy. I'm going to go with 38. Thank you. Well, there's a 39 here. Oh man, you guys drive me nuts. Yeah, so it's got to be on that first page. Let me go. I'm gonna go back to the article. Hold on.
Private 5.
I'm scared to death, I'll be honest with you. I'm scared to death is what's wrong. I just don't know what's wrong.
What Shirley Wade does know is wrong is that her 38-year-old daughter Emily told her
Okay, 38.
last Saturday night that she was going out with friends, co-workers from her waitress job at the Ennis Chili's on Main Street. That she was going to a house on Clay Street to eat pizza and watch a movie. A male friend has told police she left around 8:30 that night, and no one has seen her since.
And I don't know where she is. She's been gone now for 4 days.
Okay, so 38. Now, what's her name? Shirley Wade? Let's do that. I'm gonna go back. I can do this better. This will work better. Come on.
And it's
Yeah, I cussed. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, I am already looking up the mother. Of course, you could probably tell that I was doing that, so typed it in. Let's see. Maybe I should cuss more often under my breath. Look how many pages there are of this. God dang it. Hold on, I'm going to look up the husband.
it's killing me. I love her so much and I just want her to come home.
Emily Wade is originally
Ex-husband.
from Kentucky. The car she was driving was her mom's 2012 silver Nissan Altima, a car exactly like this one, but with Kentucky license plates 411 PAZ.
We just want her home.
Kentucky license plates 411 PAZ.
We just want her home.
Jared Jones and Emily Wade share custody of their 7-year.
God, man. Okay, Jared Jones. Hopefully that's not as common. That's not a very common spelling. I don't think. Thanks, Tammy. Oh, there's a million of them. God damn it. Hello, Tawny Lynn. Alright, I'm going to go through these. Shirley Wade. Although, let me try Emily Wade, Kentucky. Maybe she hasn't been there that long. Well, there's only one page there. That's good. She's not going to be 43. Well, no, she's 30. Could be this one. No. Nope, nope, nope. So I wonder if it's this one right here. Well, let's see. Hold on. That's how we can tell. Let's just check the... Okay, let's check these ones that look likely and then family members. That's the way to do it. Just slide down the... No. All right, let's see this link in there. By Nada. Maybe she's not listed in Texas or something on that site. Oh, that's probably it right here then, right? That's her, looks like. But I think you have to pay for it, right? Because that's Shirley Wade. And there is a Shirley there, but I'm pretty sure that would be her. And there's a Kentucky there. So they want me. I'm not going to pay money to get. It just takes too long to get that all set up. Yeah, you guys have all given me the Spokio thing. I see your name there, but yeah, it's 95 cents. But I don't want to take the time to, pay for it. We should be able to find this ourselves instead of buying it. It's not complicated. I'm gonna go back to the Kentucky one again. Let's see, Shirley. It could be that the two people that were being interviewed still live in Kentucky, maybe. Right? Right, so if it's just 95 cents, you could just do it yourself and then give me the address, right? Let's see this one. Yeah, well, that's just, you're just handing me an address and I have no way of knowing if that's it. Alright, white pages, 30s. Alright, so maybe that's it. And there's a Kentucky there. So it's Emily Renee Wade. So does she even show up in this? Wait. Wow, there's even an Emily. Well, there's another Emily R. There's two. That's crazy. There's two Emily R. Wades just on that. Like, how do we know this is her, though? You know what I mean? I mean, I know it says Ennis, right? But I guess it's the best we got, so we'll put that in there. Yeah, looks like that would make sense too, right? So let me verify this in a second. Looks like that's an apartment complex. How'd you like to live in Ennis? Because a lot of people might pronounce that wrong. You know what I'm saying? I know I can. Wow, I just woke up blue. Do you see that? I don't know what I said, but... Yeah, that's right, Nada, but nobody really wanted you to actually type it out. You know what I mean? Like she just typed it coldly right in there. Yes, sounds like... That's pretty funny, though. That's got to be the funniest thing of the night right there. I said, yeah, it sounds like something else. Yes, it sounds like... And then says the word. That's one of the funny Phil Hendry Art Bell imitations. They did this whole thing about the different planets, and then the planet Uranus, right? And he said, and Neptune and Uranus, although some people don't like me saying that because, see, as soon as you stop right there, then all of a sudden it means something else. You didn't have to do that. Yeah. Oh. Well, that makes that one. I guess that kind of makes sense too, Margie. I guess. But that was an Art Bell. That wasn't Art Bell. It was Phil Hendry imitating Art Bell. Yes, give her a big gold star. Let's see. All right, now I'm going to get that street name. That was Yorktown Drive. I have a feeling she's not going to be in here. Yorktown Drive. And these are going to be all the apartments that are in there. Let's just see if there's even an Emily. And there's no Emily there. So at the time that this was made, she wasn't there. So she must have just moved there kind of recently, I would imagine. As a matter of fact, it even says 2300. So who's living there at this time? Oh, there you go. So 2300. And what's her last name? Wade? Yeah. Yeah, so she's not even in this listing at that when this was made. I like this one because you can actually, if you know a street and some names, but you don't have the actual address, you can find it using this one. So we'll just assume that that's where she lived right there. It kind of makes sense, right? So if she was heading home from there, you know, there's a lot of weirdness out. Now you're heading sort of towards a rural area. There's a lake right there. So that kind of makes sense that they were saying they were searching that lake because that's right there. Although, why would she drive over there? You'd have to intentionally do that. Because I mean, if you're at the party, which is, let's say it's in this area, you get there and you drive like this, and you would just be, you just go home, right? I mean, so yeah, it's an apartment complex in there. There's no street view in there, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't think we really need to know the old address. Yeah, the thing is her entire car's missing. So you'd have to think of it would be a scenario like maybe she, I mean, we don't know this right now, but maybe she left, the party stopped somewhere, and then somebody got in the car, right? I don't know why it's, because if she just left the party and was driving, she should have made it all the way home. But maybe there was somebody at her apartment complex, you know? I mean, that's the whole thing, is maybe. Yeah, just do the refresh button. I haven't dropped any frames or anything. Well, I've dropped 76 frames in the entire time I've been on. That's not very many. If you think there's 30 frames a second, and I've dropped 76, that means very few frames have been dropped. Normally it's 0, but... yeah, it could be a neighbor, something like that. Yeah, because a lot of times when you're in, not to, you know, I'm not trying to diss apartments, but if you're in an apartment, a lot of times you're struggling a little bit more financially at that point. Most of the time. I'm not saying always, right? Some people just live in an apartment because it's easier. They don't want to have to hassle with anything. But sometimes you have people living in apartments, because I've lived in apartments many times, and there's always some people living there that are shady, a little dicey. So maybe it's something like that. I don't see anybody named Jay in here. Oh, Jay Case, I see. I thought you were looking for a different... I was looking for a label in white named Jay. You know? Yes, drive over to YouTube. Get that all sorted out. Maybe, but if she got in a car, I mean, crashed herself, you think? Well, let's see. So let's do this drive right here. I mean, I would imagine this is how she would get home, right? I mean, if she's over here, she might have driven like this. She's over there like this. But in reality, let's see what it would look like. So you're on a street like this. You drive down, and then maybe there's a left turn signal up there. So you get on that, and you're heading this way. This is a very old street view. You can tell by the coloring of it. Alright. So you're just driving down here. I'm just kind of trying to picture this. Alright. Oops. Did I go the right way? Yeah. So this all looks pretty safe, don't you think? Phoebe? It's looking pretty safe right here, right? I think that's the road, right? Yeah. So if she was going home, she would turn right there at that intersection. Right? So you just go like that. And then go into there was some apartments. I don't think that was them. I think it's... I think it was right there. Yeah. So that's how she would have gone home. So it is kind of baffling, right? So let's say she didn't do that and kept driving straight. Anything weird up here? A clown car full of freaks. Another thing is, who's to say she didn't make it home, right? How do we know she didn't make it back to her apartment? And then whoever took her phone, her purse, and the car, right? How would you know that she ever made it home? Let's say somebody was waiting for her at her apartment. Now, let's see. Yeah. So somebody's waiting for her at her apartment, and they, maybe they even said, let's take a drive, let's talk about, the ex, for example. Take a drive, and then you just killed her, dumped her car, maybe rolled the car with her in it into a lake, and there you have it. Because this is one of those weird ones, right, where somebody just disappears. BS Flags, are you still out there? BS Flags, are you out there? At least I don't have to say bullshit anymore. Although I just did. Sass Mare, meaning a sassy nightmare. Yeah, I've looked at Clay Street. Yeah, I'm just kind of driving around here for a little bit. It'd be so cool if we could, this was like real time, we could use J case vision, right, where Google Earth is live and you can say, oh, look at that car, like that. Texas.
Hey, Grandma. What are you doing here? Eat. Okay. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.
Come on. Jesus. Damn ads everywhere. 3, 2, 1.
Who hasn't been seen since Saturday. Emily
Have you
Wade
seen this
lives
one?
in Ennis in Ellis County, and her family says it's out of character for her to leave her young daughter. Our Jennifer Lincoln's live in Ellis at LSPD headquarters this morning with more. Jen.
Well, Karen, it's so out of character that both Emily's loved ones and police say they really don't know what might have happened with her. Ennis police are still searching this morning, but they say so far their efforts have come up empty. On Saturday, 38-year-old Emily Wade.
Now, there is a testing version of that, but they don't have what you're saying fully out there for the whole world. It's so much memory that they've only been able to do small chunks, but they will have it at some point.
Wade left the home of a friend where she'd been hanging out with some of her co-workers from Chili's restaurant. Police say she walked out the door at 8:30 and was seen walking to her car alone. Her family was expecting her to come straight home, but she never arrived.
Husey, you the man, rapping and a beam and a crap. Let's see if it says it like that. It's gonna say Huz-E. Watch.
H-U-Z-E.
That is so crazy.
UDA man, R-E-P-P-I-N, and rapping in the name of true crime with Lou.
I don't know why it's so funny the way that the way that sounds, man.
Detectives tell me they have searched the fort come up empty.
Thank you, Jay.
On Saturday, 38-year-old Emily Wade left the home of a friend where she'd been hanging out with some of her co-workers from Chili's restaurant. Police say she walked out the door at 8:30 and was seen walking to her car alone. Her family was expecting her to come straight home, but she never arrived. Detectives tell me they have searched the 4 to 5 mile route and the home where she visited and found no trace of Emily or her car.
4 to 5 miles.
Her family is worried. We spoke with the father of Emily's 7-year-old daughter, who describes her as a happy person and especially close with her mother and her young girl.
Our daughter.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to go back.
Some of her co-workers from Chili's restaurant. Police say she walked out the door at 8:30 and was seen walking to her car alone. Her family was expecting her to come straight home, but she never arrived. Detectives tell me they have searched the 4 to 5 mile route and the home where she visited and found no trace of Emily.
Huh. Hey, can you get that? You know, I don't think she's staying where you guys gave me that address. I really don't. Because why would that be a 4 or 5 mile route? It's literally like let's see. Hold on. Well, I guess let's see. Why don't you look up Shirley Wade the same way that you did that? So that's 1.9. So even if you went like here, 0.8, and then this way, it would be, you know, it's like 2 miles maximum would be the route. So I think when they're saying, because she stayed with all of them, not on her own. Did you hear the way that was? There, listen.
Emily or 8:30 and was seen walking to her car alone. Her family was expecting her to come straight home.
See, her family was expecting her to come straight home. So doesn't that mean that there's a family that was like her mom or something like that? Do you guys have her mom's address? Maybe you can try that Spokio thing. It's a link? What do you mean? Yeah, just put the Spokio in there. Who's that? I don't know what you're doing, Lynn. What is that link about? I'm talking about the address where the mom lives. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's a missing poster. Okay, yeah, let's. I didn't see one of those on any of the articles or anything. All right, let's see. If you have information, circumstances. You know, I've seen this. I saw this the other day, actually. I don't know why I don't have it anywhere now, though. Silver 2012. Emily was last seen on Clay Street. Okay, I mean, that's information about her, but where did she live? Yeah, I don't see it. So if you guys can do that same Spokio search on Shirley, that'd be cool. Well, which one of these was it?
But she never arrived. Detectives tell me they have searched the 4 to 5 mile route and the home where she visited and found no trace of Emily or her car. Her family is worried. We spoke with the father of Emily's 7-year-old daughter, who describes her as a happy person and especially close with her mother and her young girl.
Our daughter she's hanging in there. She's staying strong. She's.
Oh, look at it. He shook his head sideways, saying she's strong.
I'm saying I think she's staying strong for me and her granny. But we just, I know she's hurting, and we just want her mom back.
Emily recently moved here from Kentucky. She was last seen driving a 2012 Nissan Altima with Kentucky license plates. If anyone has any information on her whereabouts, you're asking.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, that it was really recent. Yeah, you keep sending me that link, but which one is it? I mean, there's about 6,000, on this page. Do you know which one it is? I mean, let's say 39, add 20, like she could be 59 to 60 something. Well, let me type in Emily on here. Oh, right there. Emily Renee Wade. Okay, so there's this one, right? That's going to be her, 67. I was thinking 69 maybe. Okay. Where's the address, though? Actually, let's just do it like that. Now I have this. That's good. So let me go back to the... Man, this air conditioner turned on and it made my nose all messed up. So if she just moved from Kentucky, that means the mom probably lives in Kentucky, I would imagine, but I don't know. God, this is confusing. Yes. Yes. The only Shirley D. Wade in Kentucky, it's 68, not 69 like the other article, but when you scroll down to the relatives, you've got Emily right there. Right? Now if I click on Emily, what does it say about her? So she used to live in Cynthiana, Kentucky. We've got that. Alright. There we go. So that's definitely her. But unfortunately, the mother, so it lives in Kentucky. So when they said return home to her family, what were they talking about? Yes, dude. See, I'm trying to look over here for that the dad's name. But I don't see it. There. Yeah, we already found that, Lynn. Yeah, we already got that. Long time ago. Let's see. You just keep typing in the same thing over and over again. I've seen it 100 times. We got the address already. It's right there. The yeah. She doesn't. The address that we have is in Kentucky. She just moved here. I don't even think that this is the same. Is correct right here. Even though that's close to this area, she was supposed to be returning home to her family. She's 38, not 39. Also, yeah. Like that one article said 39. Jared, the husband's Facebook page? I mean the father of the child? I don't have that page. Do you have it? I haven't had time to look up any of that stuff. I keep going on wild goose chases. If you have it, put it in there and I'll go to it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that looks like him, for sure. That's weird. There's two accounts here. Let's go to this one then. I wonder why she'd have a second one like that. I always get the chats popping up. Let's see. I wonder that too about the vehicles. So I think people who were just watching the Jamie Kloss, what is it, 48 hours. Let's see. I don't know if you missed anything, Susie. Basically what we've figured out was that we don't really know where Emily lived at all, because she was only been there so short, such a short period of time. There is somebody with that name here, but I don't know. I didn't see her on that address thing, and I don't know how that would have it in the system so quickly. Maybe there used to be an Emily Wade that lived there at some point. But it also said it was a 4-mile route, and from anywhere on Clay Street to here, it's nowhere near 4 miles. It's like 2.5, maybe. They said 4 to 5 miles. So I'm thinking she lived somewhere else from, you know, Clay Street, like somewhere out here somewhere, or maybe way over there. Yeah, supposedly they checked some lakes over there. Is that psychic speak? I don't know. What do you mean? Jared said possible location of travel, maybe in the Ensign Road and Oak Grove Road area. Where did he say that? Let me load up some of these other links that were in here. Let's see.
The Hyundai Elantra and Sonata. Technology never
God,
looked
look at all
so
this
good.
crap that pops.
The longer you look, the more there is to like.
Get up to $2,000 retail bonus cash on either the 2019 Elantra or Sonata.
A week since anyone saw a mother from Ellis County, and now police are investigating her disappearance.
Yeah, Fox Sports' Ashley Peretta is live in Ennis now, where officers have been searching. Good morning.
Brandon and Hannah, the family of Emily Wade says she went to the movies with a coworker but never made it back home. It was one of the few friends she had since moving to Ennis last month. Wade came with her 7-year-old daughter to help take care of her mother. And police have searched on foot and above with a drone,
so her mother does live
routes
there.
she could have possibly taken home that night. They say.
See, that gives an answer to what we were saying. I was saying she was probably living with her mother, and that's exactly what she was doing. In the town, right? That's the family. So her mother must live in Ennis now, even though before she lives in Kentucky. But I don't see any address locations for this town, right?
7-year-old daughter to help the movies with a coworker but never made it back home. It was one of the few friends she had since moving to Ennis last month. Wade came with her 7-year-old daughter to help take care of her mother. And police have searched on foot and above with a drone, retracing routes she could have possibly taken home that night. They say her phone was off and she hasn't used her debit card or had any contact with her family. The father of Wade's child also lives in Ennis. Police say he has been cleared as a person of interest, so has Wade's mother and co-worker. She was supposed to start a new job on Sunday morning, the morning after she was last seen.
It's killing me. Please, it's killing me. Somebody help find her.
There is still hope. I mean, we haven't found much, but somebody has to know something. And if anybody knows anything, please, 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 just let us know. Somebody has to know something.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I think that is the apartment. I think it might be, because look at right here. Let me just get you guys' opinion right here. But look at watch right there. See that little landing, the little white thing as you're going up. There's an opening in there, and then this one. Now watch this. That's what these are right there. I think that's the same thing. It's just a little different lighting. But see that? The white and then the opening there? I think that's it. That's crazy. So I think that is the apartment where she lives. So why are they saying 4 to 5 miles? I just popped right in my head right when I saw that background. I go, whoa, that's an apartment. Let's go look. And then there it was. Oh, jeez. So that shot is taken somewhere like, you know, in this area that way. Down, and let's see where we had her. Because that would make sense, right? Yeah, so it would have been here. And she lives down in this area, 2300. This whole area is 2300, this entire thing. But now I'm almost positive that is the right location. So I don't know how they're getting that 4.5 mile route they're talking about, though. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, as a matter of fact, he's standing right there, I think. So I think, let me just double check. But see how it curves around and then goes that way on that sidewalk? I don't know, here's a big tree right there and then 2 bushes. Let's see if we can see that. There's a couple there. So it could be that tree right there and it's hard to make out, but and also street view is way different years and everything. But anyways, I'm pretty convinced now that that is where she was living. Okay, now that we know that, let me go back to that original, that other site that I look at. Alright, so we're in wait, now I'm, yeah, darn it. Texas, yeah. I got confused with Kentucky and Texas there. And no, I'm not reading any links, so just let me do my thing over here, alright? For a little bit. I keep clicking on links and they go places that are not really, sometimes they throw me off track, you know. I'm doing stuff on another screen, by the way. Okay, so that means the mother lives here. Let me type in Shirley. Does that work? Or this is probably just too old now at this point. Like it doesn't have it. Yeah, forget it. Well, all I can do is use this photo right there to verify it. That's it. So.
And if anybody knows anything, please, 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 just let us know if you've seen her since Saturday night.
Wade was last seen driving in a silver 2012 Nissan Altima with Kentucky plates 411
Like we know where she
PAZ.
lived.
That
We got
vehicle
it.
is also missing. Now, if you have any information in regards to Wade and her whereabouts, you're asked to call Ennis Police. In Ennis, I'm Ashley Paredes for Good Day.
Sure, you've been here before, but when's the last time you shared a moment like that?
Well,
felt
not
like
too
this?
recently.
How you doing?
I'm gonna watch that one more time. Yeah, I was communicating with the commercial.
Weeks since anyone saw a mother from Ellis County, and now police are investigating her disappearance.
Yeah, Fox Sports' Ashley Paredes live in Ennis now, where officers have been searching. Good morning.
Brandon and Hannah, yeah, the
That's
family
right, Vic.
of Emily
That's right.
Wade says she went to the movies with a coworker but never made it back home. It was one of the few friends she had since moving to Ennis. Emily Wade says she went to the movies with a coworker but never made it back home.
Well,
It was
I thought
one
she
of
went
the
and
few
had
friends she
pizza.
had since moving to Ennis last month. Wade came with her 7-year-old daughter to help take care of her mother. And police have searched on foot and above with a drone, retracing routes she could have possibly taken home that night. They say her phone was off and she hasn't used her debit card or had any contact with her family. The father of Wade's child also lives in Ennis. Police say he has been cleared as a person of interest, so has Wade's mother and co-worker. She was supposed to start a new job on Sunday morning, the morning after she was last seen.
It's killing me. Please, it's killing me, somebody.
Phone was off and she hasn't used her debit card or had any contact with her family. The father of Wade's child also lives in Ennis. Police say he has been cleared as a person of interest, so has Wade's mother and co-worker. She was supposed to start a new job
so that's
on
not
Sunday
good.
morning, the
She's
morning
supposed to start a new
after she was
job.
last seen.
It's killing me. Please, it's killing me. Somebody help find her.
There is still hope. I mean, we haven't found.
Yeah, so for all of you that just showed up earlier, we got people were posting the Spokio address of the street right here, but we just couldn't verify it. But I think that photo that we just saw is from this apartment complex, which was the address that people had. And if you look right here, you see these sloped roofs with, looks like there's stairs, and this is sort of that rail, and then you go up another flight of stairs, whatever, but there's an opening and a white thing. And if you go to the video we were just watching, you see those right there, the sloped roof, the white thing, and the opening and an opening. I know that's not very technical, the white thing. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you can see that other opening. See right there, that opening right there? Behind it. So that means if you go to the video, you see that opening right there. And I know, like, some of you go, like, yeah, we know. I don't know. I like to get it where I know for sure. But I do feel like it's pretty obvious, since they all have that same look, and then that's really it. You know, it looks exactly like what's in that video. Man, look at that road there. Jesus. How about you lay down a little bit of asphalt every once in a while? My God. All right, well, I'm feeling pretty good about what we've got so far on the map here. What do you guys think? I mean, we got where she worked. The only thing we're missing now is who is the friend? What house was that? If we can get that, then we'll have work, the house. How about movie theaters in Ennis, right? There we go. And there's only one, and it's right there. So that, now we're looking at something that might be 4 miles. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's 3.98, so maybe 5 miles. So that's the movie theater. Looks like maybe before it was even... What? God, what year are we on here? Jesus. Is this a drive-in theater? Yeah, Jesus. I don't think they have a movie theater there then. That's it. Wow, a drive-in movie theater. Jeez, that's all they got. So basically what we need now is where the friend was and verify the story about, did they go to the house? Because I thought it was that she went from Chili's over to the friend's house to have pizza and watch a movie. Not go to a movie. You know, go to a movie like they said. Because when you say go to a movie, you mean you're going to a movie theater, right? You don't go, yeah, I'm going to go to a movie. Oh, really? Which theater? No, I'm going over to Jim's house, right? And they go, well, that's not going to a movie. That means you're going to go watch a movie with somebody. So I don't know if that was incorrect or not. Yeah. Why do I need to look at the brother-in-law, Nada? Let's see. Like, put in more information. Like why type of thing. Like if you found something. Yeah, well, the news article we just watched, she said that she went to a movie with friends. Okay? So that's where the discrepancy is. And what were those? Let me go back to the... I still have the boyfriends. Two o'clock. We regroup here. So that looks like there's a pole here that they're probably saying maybe been hit by a car. Parker Hill Road. Let's see where that is. Wow, what are you guys doing way over there? It's so far away from... I mean, I guess that could be, but... Hey everybody, alert! Runaround is going to look this up. Everybody, Runaround is going to look this up. Yeah, so I think this is that part right there. Looks like, it does look like a car crash there, but I don't know why she'd be way over in that area. I mean, anything's possible, I guess. That woke you up? Were you falling asleep, Patricia? Come on! See, that implies that you were falling asleep. I could see falling asleep. I'm just working through this one as we're going. It's not like it's not prepared, but I know that a lot of you actually like doing this stuff. That's why you're pumping out all the... Okay, hold on. Let's see what this one says.
Tom Cook.
Tom Cook, tonight on 13 News. Blah.
I'm scared to death, I'll be honest with you.
We already
I'm
watched this one,
scared
didn't we? Yeah.
to death.
We already saw this one. So that's the mother, right? Yeah, maybe she just took off. Yeah. Although again, see, this is very similar to Cheryl Coker, other than they found her car. But Cheryl Coker case, remember that? Like her, it's the same kind of scenario, except I think they found her phone and her purse and everything in the car. But maybe her phone and everything's in the car. They just haven't found her car yet. What are you talking about, Alice? I mean, your neighbors right now, like where you're at? And she drove her chair to YouTube. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, Cotton Candy. I think it's insane that people sit around and actually keep track of stuff like that. I'm sure I lose 5 friends a day, all right? I don't even know what that was referring to if I said that, but... Yep. Okay, everybody. Runaround is back. He's now looked it up, or she. Yes, she was at Chili's after work, and apparently, in the more common version, was that she went over to a friend's house to watch a movie and have pizza. Okay, and then she left at 8:30 from having pizza, and she hasn't been seen since. And her phone hasn't been, it's turned off, and I guess she only used it for texting. She hasn't used any of her credit cards, and her car's missing. There you go. Well, it's hard to assign gender to the name Runaround, right? And they're off out of the gate. It looks like Blue Boy Bitch Crazy Man is on the outside. I'm alive and Tim Cook's bacon. Coming around the far stretch, it looks like... See, I could probably do that. They're all in. The flag is up. And they're off. Out of the gate. It looks like Blue Boy Bitch Crazy Man is on the outside. I'm alive is coming up strong. And forget it. Oh, your dad did that? Cool. Yeah, sometimes I'm just trying to make people laugh, okay? It's not really an effort, though. It's just... I'm just goofy, I guess, sometimes. Yeah, I don't speak like the auctioneer, though, right?
I'm tired of it, not 10 down, 15 on
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 60, 65, 70, can I hear 20? Do I have 20? Do I have 20? Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
30, now 5, I'm 35.
See, that's how I subliminally get you to hit the like button. You know, just put the auctioneer sound, throw it a couple, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, and later you sort of just think, oh, hit the like button, hit the like button. But now 5, but yeah, that's exactly right, Jack Paul. That's how he does it. He actually has a video where he explains it, and he does it slower. Now I bid 5. Do I hear 5? Then 5. Then 5. Then he goes, then 5. Then 5. Then yeah, that's how he does it really quick. I'd love to be able to do that, though. That's one of the coolest things ever, I think. Thanks, Lanky Jen. I appreciate your that you like my show. You're becoming one of the super freaks. Yeah, well, do you guys want to call in, or? There we go. There we go. Call in! Okay, I got to do the... well, it looks like Skype's already gone, so there we go. I thought I had it turned off, but there you go. If you want to call in and ask about it, or give me information that I don't have, that'd be great. No, I didn't see your post above. A lot of posts out there. Wish I never got on Facebook, that nobody would be able to find me. I could be lost and nobody there to hear you scream. I found this on Facebook, but it was 2013. Maybe she... Same thoughts now. Huh, I don't know. Is that a comment she made on Facebook? Huh, weird. Maybe she had a stalker. This is Gray. You're on the air.
What's going on, Gray? This is the... Hold on. Oh, wait for it. Music intensifies. It's Big Daddy. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? I haven't heard from you in a long time.
I know, brother. I've been busy.
Yeah? Seems like it.
How you been?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah.
I'm just calling, man. I'm just trying to set some stuff straight, man. I've been reading stuff about Jimmy Claus and then talking about how this guy was going to join the Marine Corps and all that stuff. But let me break it down. I was a Marine for 21 years before I retired. There's a couple of things. When you come out of high school, when you graduate out of high school, you go see a recruiter, and if you say, hey, I want to join the Marine Corps, then you join this thing called a poolee. And basically what you do as a poolee, you sit there, and before you ship out, you sit there and do physical training with them until you ship out. And then if you pass all their little tests, then you go to this thing called MEPS, which is the Military Entrance Processing Station. And if you pass that, then you can go to recruit training. But if you don't pass that, then you don't no longer go to boot camp. So I highly doubt this individual even passed the processing station. I think he was part of the police station, and they decided, or they found something wrong with him, and he didn't ever went to boot camp.
Huh.
Because I'm just trying to clear the way, because I hate how people are kind of put him even in the remotely close to being a Marine.
Now, but let me ask you this though: what if he? I mean, but here's the thing: is who? I mean, I get it. You would care, but like, I don't even know what significance it would have, even if he was right. Like,
well,
there's just wackos,
No, you're right. You're right, Greg. But there's people out there that are like, oh well, he was military trained.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right, this cat was not military trained.
Well, didn't you see the shotgun he was using, man? It was military grade. Well, no, have you seen it? No, I haven't seen it, but I heard it was military grade, and it can blast outdoors and everything. Oh, well, how do you know? Well, I just heard. Well, did you hear that? He was going to go military training. Well, so you're saying right when they asked to have training, they sign up, they hand them these awesome weapons before they even got into it? I mean, that's what's stupid, right? Oh yeah, they hand you you like as you walked out of the station, you sign up. They hand you an M16 and a shotgun, and then that's even before basic training, right?
See, that's the thing, though. You don't even get a shotgun. You don't even get a shotgun to train with unless you become a military police.
Yeah, like
you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that. I mean, I don't know. Like, don't they have some people? Do they ever even use that in combat? Really? Do you? A shotgun.
And Gray, we do use that in combat, and that's in like close quarter combat.
Right.
And that's like Iraq and Afghanistan. We use that a lot when we were close quarters in buildings.
Yeah, I was kind of picturing like for black. That's what was in my head, like shooting in a door. But I wasn't sure if you. And then even with people, right? Because you just want to be able to blast. And it sprays out wide, so you don't have to be as accurate for a quick shot, right? Like you just go
exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly. So like when you go to boot camp, you don't even train with a shotgun. You train with M16, which is long distance.
Right, but you don't get one before you like. They just keep saying he signed up for it, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to clear the airways because a lot of people are like, "Oh, he was Marine." Like, no, hold on, wait a minute. It has nothing to do with it. You're absolutely right, Ray. But there's people out there that think they hear military and they're like, "Oh, he was military trained." No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was just a punk ass kid that I don't know what he was, playing Fortnite and decided he thought it would be real to do it.
Yeah, I kind of picture him. I've said it before. I said it earlier. I think he's a guy that he had his sights on her somehow. We don't know how that was, and he took out the parents because he wanted to be the sort of provider for her. Like he wanted to then show her that she could love him. And if he just treated her well all this time, he was just kind of... I mean, I had this weird picture because he seems weird. Like a guy... I actually thought that almost originally, like a while ago, I was thinking, why would he shoot the parents and then take her? So that means he's trying to take out her family so he can be the new family.
The sole provider, so to speak.
Yeah, I did, Tanika. I said thank you for your service, right? I think you were talking while I was talking, but I said thank you when you said you served for 21 years. But,
Oh, thanks, Rick. But also, this reminds me. After seeing the interview, I came on your live when they did the first interview, and I about lost my mind. I just left when the police were all up about themselves, and I'm like, really? The poor girl is the one that found the dog walker,
it's incredible. It was incredible how that first press conference went with all the self-congratulations. It was like, wow. I mean, just on the little news we have, we know that you had nothing to do with them being found.
Exactly. And
her being found.
I'm pretty sure their public affairs officer on the second interview, like, hey, let's tone it down a bit.
Yeah.
We really didn't. If it wasn't for the girl actually finding the dog walker, we would have never found this girl. So let's tone it down a bit.
Right.
And that kind of just like the first interview just made me lose my mind. The second interview, you look at it, and I was at the gym when they were doing it, and I'm like, oh, okay, they toned it down a bit. Somebody actually probably told you guys need to tone it down.
I even said that on my show.
If it wasn't for that girl.
I said that on my show. I go, look you can tell that their PR person got to him and said, hey, you guys, we're getting a lot of blowback. What did we actually do? Why don't you, and then you have to go out and say that, she's the hero. But even then, they still try to sneak in a couple comments. The thing is it didn't even help. Here's the thing: I don't even think it helped that her face was out there. Okay, all it did was make them go, "Oh wow, we know who you are," because if that girl had come up to anybody in the same situation, just claiming, "Oh my God, I've been kidnapped and my parents are killed," they would have taken her in and called 911 right immediately and said, "Oh my God, we got this girl over here. She's," and the cops would have been out there. So I don't even know. All it did was make them realize who they were dealing with, and that you could be 100% authentic, that it was authentic right at that moment, right?
Right.
So.
you're absolutely right. Any adult, any kid comes up to somebody and says, "Hey, I don't know where I'm at. I'm lost. Can you help me?" Would do the same thing that person did. Like, hold on, come here, let me see. And then all of a sudden, like, you're what? You're kidnapped. Someone killed your parents. Oh, okay, let's walk away. But you're absolutely right. It's like they make it seem like if it wasn't for them plastering, I don't know, man. I'm like you too, Gray. I'm a big LE backup. I'm a big LE enforcer. I love cops. But for them just to throw a press conference and try to give kudos to themselves, if it wasn't for this girl, we would have never found her because they never had this guy on the radar.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like in the Molly Tippett's case, they deserved all the credit. Like they literally tracked it down, figured it all out, and hard work, they figured it out. So that's when it's like, yep, God, they did a great job, right? They figured out what happened. But in this one, it's like they worked really hard. I'll give them that. It looked like the FBI, everybody was kicking ass every day trying to figure something out. And it's kind of like if, I mean, it's if you want to do a sports analogy, like you went, you practice really hard in the off season, best shape you've ever been in, and then you break your ankle right before the season starts. You didn't actually do anything. Okay, but man, you worked hard. Thank you, but you didn't. I don't know. God, I was sitting there the whole time when I was watching it. You probably heard me. I was just like, this is nuts. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of remember that case in Idaho, the Groney case with Shasta Groney and Daryl Groney. Where this guy randomly just was stalking the family and all of a sudden just killed the whole family and kidnapped Shasta and Dylan and kept them for a while, and they ended up killing Dylan, and then Shasta was the sole survivor.
Oh, wow. Maybe
they would have never found that. They would have found out who killed who because it was just a random killing, and Shasta ended up, she was found at a Denny's.
Is he a serial killer, or this guy?
No, it was not. He was not a serial killer. He was just a random dude that was just stalking somebody. He just, I don't know what made him fall into this family, and all of a sudden he was just stalking them, and all of a sudden he just killed the dad, killed the mom, killed the older sibling, and now he kidnapped the two younger kids, which was a baby girl, Shasta and Dylan.
So there was no relation with this guy to the...
None whatsoever.
God, so see how scary the world is, man? That's just crazy shit right there. Look at that.
That's exactly the same thing. As soon as I found this out, like if the cops had nothing to do with this, the way they found this girl Shasta Groney was she was at a Denny's, and some Denny's Denny's waiter was coming to the table, and she recognized the girl, and then she went to the phone and called the cops and said, "Hey, I think I see this Shasta girl here." And the cops showed up. They arrested the guy, or else they would have never found him. It was just a random dude that just stalked the family.
Jesus. Sounds
so
like...
that kind of reminded me of this. Like, everybody's trying to say that, he had barren connections through a one-day work at some turkey farm. Really? Get the hell out of here.
I know. There's people that say, yeah. See, everybody's saying stuff like, that's it. He worked at the same spot for one day 3 years ago. Wow. So he shows up there, and what do you do? Like, steal the guy's wallet? See it? Wow, look at that cute kid. I'll track that down for 3 years. I don't know. Like, it's dumb.
For 3 years, exactly. No way. There's got to be a little bit more. I mean, when it comes to somebody that's sick in the head like that, I can't jump in their head and think what they're thinking. But he might have seen her somewhere, might have seen them somewhere, I should say, and jumped on it. I mean, there's people I've talked to, and they even said, like, when I go to the gym, there's people that work there, like, oh, I smile at everybody. There's weirdos out there. If you smile at them, they're like, oh, she's into me. No, they're just smiling at you because they're being normal people.
Yeah, it's yeah, and so the police just showed up because somebody else. I mean, shit, they had nothing to do with it. But I bet you, did they have a press conference though? And
for that other one?
Yeah, the one you were talking about. Yeah.
Well, yeah, after they found the girl. I mean, Gray, I think that's. I mean, it's been found. The way this guy got caught also was because he ended up kidnapping some other person in California, and that's what got my attention because I'm from California. And he ended up catching somebody. He ended up kidnapping some other kid in San Bernardino, California. Ended up killing that kid. So right now he's in jail right now for both of them. But I mean, that's the thing that, you know, after this live, you can pull up and check it out. It's an interesting.
Yeah, why don't you send me an email? I want to. That case seems kind of interesting. You know.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing, though. It's like these are the cases that draw people that you think that will never get solved because has no ties with the individual, has none whatsoever. They just saw him somewhere, and next thing you know, they just start stalking the family.
Yeah. Somebody said, Gray, you have a brilliant... I don't have any documentary on the case he's talking about. Unless I don't... Maybe I'm just misunderstanding the case, but when she says you have... Maybe that's in general. Okay.
Nah, Gray, I've been with you for a while, so I know you don't have that case.
Right.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
So before you start beating up yourself, like, man, let me look through my videos. No, you don't have it.
Yeah, I don't even. Doesn't even sound familiar. I know all any case that I've done. Somebody said I would know. You know.
Right. And like I said, you and I have been. We've been through it for a while. You, me, and Dario, or Super Dario Brothers, like the caller from yesterday. But whatever.
Yeah. So do you still keep track of some of my comments or what? I mean, it's like you keep coming up with these.
I do, brother. I was just talking to Dario offhand. Her and I were talking while this live was going, and I was like, man, I've been meaning to get Gray some comments, season 2 and season 3 comments.
Yeah, just season. Yeah, there's seasons now. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, old Redfield Swagger up there asking me, I'm stationed out of Camp Hampton. I'm stationed at Camp Hampton, and I was a drill instructor for 6 years in the Marine Corps. So believe me, I know what it takes when somebody comes down here for 12 weeks.
Lift, right? That one. Lift, right, lift.
You know it.
Actually, my friends, they were in ROTC in college, and it was just fun watching them do the drill. It's so cool. I mean, I don't know why. There's just the precision that everybody has. It's like the marching and the way, just the way what you're doing with the rifle, all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Close order drill. That's what we call it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So yeah, I was a drill instructor. Like when you come to the Marine Corps, obviously you join the Marine Corps, and then they give you your job and whatever you're going to be in your occupation. And then while you're doing your occupation, at 3 years in, they're like, if you're going to stay in the Marine Corps longer than 4 years, you got to do a special duty, which is recruiter, which is a drill instructor, which is Marine security guard, and the Marine security guard basically is, you get to go to other countries and be part of the embassy guard unit. And I was chosen to be a drill instructor, so I ended up being a drill instructor for 3 years, from 2001 to 2004, and the next thing I know, I was called back in 2011 and 2014. So I was a drill instructor for about 6 years in my Marine Corps.
That's sweet. I bet that's kind of fun. Like it's team oriented too. My wife's having blue.
No, it is good. You get to see all walks of life coming through boot camp. You get to see the rich kids, you get to see the poor kids, you get to see the middle class, a little bit of everything. But guess what? You shut them all down, you break them down, and tell them you're all one team. Screw wherever you came from. You know what? We all need you all to focus and work as one unit.
Yeah.
So it kind of drives me up the wall when I was like hearing people yesterday saying, "Oh, this guy was a Marine." Like, no way, he was no Marine recruit. He didn't even make it to be a Marine recruit. He was still a pulley. He was still at the recruiting process.
Right, but they hand you like bazookas, right, when you just sign up, right? Yeah, you just go down there, sign up, and boom, they hand you one of those big over-the-shoulder bazookas, rocket launchers too, occasionally. if you're big enough. But you know.
And you joke about that, Gray, but there's people out there that actually think that. And reading some of these comments on the Facebook page, and they're like, somebody said, oh, he was a Marine something, and all of a sudden, oh, that's why he has to train to shoot the door down, be able to shoot these two people and clear it. And like, no, hold on, wait a minute.
He's like,
no.
Yeah, room's clear. Goodbye. Probably had some tactical gear on too. Don't forget the night vision goggles. You know, which is part of that. You know, he had it all.
Yeah,
no doubt.
And that was just me. I was just kind of losing my mind yesterday. I kind of wanted to jump in yesterday, but I was in the middle of something. But I said, no, if Gray opens up the airways this weekend, I'll definitely jump in and try to clear it. You know, there's no way in hell we don't train with shotguns early in our careers. If you become a military police, yes, you work with that. If you become an infantry, then yes, you work with that. But not everybody just works with shotguns.
You know, there was a game on you could play. It was called AmericasArmy.com, or you know, like, and then you download this first-person shooter game. That was pretty fun. I remember playing that. You learn how to. You had training on. I mean, of course, it's all virtual, but you'd learn all the different weapons, like what's the saw? What's the technical number? Like 230 something or?
Yeah. The saw is
like 230.
I can't think of it.
I can't remember. Yeah. And then you have the M82 sniper rifle, the really big one, and then M24, I think, the smaller one. M16, obviously. But it was pretty amazing game. It was pretty accurate feeling. Like you get really scared. You're like hiding.
Yeah, the M249. The M249.
249. That's right.
That's for the grunts. Every squad has one. So when they go in, that's their heavy machine gun. So a squad consists of 13 individuals. So if they get into some knee deep individuals, their heavy gun is the M249. So that's kind of back them up before they call in the heavy support.
And that's the one that has like it doesn't it? I don't know. It has like a coiled up bullets right inside. Is that right? Like we have way more bullets for them, right?
Right. And then he also got the 240, but that's a heavier, heavy machine guns. We're talking about machine guns right now. People are like, what the hell are you talking about? But I see one of our commentators, Retro Swagger. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, and what's the one? The one that's the what is it? There's the M16 that has the grenade launchers on it. Those have a name too. What are those called?
The M203.
203. Yep. That's right. That's exactly right. That's so funny. That's so weird.
Basically, the M203 is all it is an M16 with a grenade launcher attached to the bottom of it.
Yep. Yeah, it was funny.
So,
that's in that game. Exactly. All that shit. You had to learn how to angle the gun to lob the grenade for a certain distance.
Right.
But
old Retro Swag, he's hitting everything we're talking about. I wonder if he's military. I'm pretty sure he is from what I'm seeing in chat up there.
Oh, who?
But
which one?
Retro Swagger.
I don't even see that name.
He's been popping up in there here and there, but now it's funny though, Gray. It's like I'm sitting here yesterday. I DVR'd the Jamie Kloss on 48 Hours. So I'm kind of right after this. I'll probably just sit down and watch it. I haven't watched it. Have you watched the episode?
Oh no, because I think it was at 10 and I'm on here. I'll check it out later.
You and I on the West Coast.
That's right. What I'll do is I'll probably watch it later on my I don't know, maybe on demand or something like that. I don't know. Not sure.
Yeah, that's another thing that's been keeping me busy is sports. So, I've been watching my Lakers go down spiral since LeBron decided he want to take a groin day.
What's up with that? He doesn't normally do shit like that. I don't know. He's probably letting them play. That's amazing how. I mean, he must actually really be like an awesome player because they take a team that really wasn't very good last year at all, and they're pretty good though. But now they're when he plays, they're way better. They've beaten us twice already. You know, it's like, oh Jesus. But
well, I'll tell you what. When Kuzma went down, we were garbage. He came back and we're playing a little bit better, but we still got Rondo and LeBron out, so it's kind of like
I like
man,
Kuzma. He's a steal, like Kuzma guy. Like nobody even knew anything. Like he was nothing, and then you saw him show up in the summer league, and it was like, oh my god. And then he just had such a great that first year, just unbelievable. Like just the perfect small forward shooter. Didn't he get? Who did you guys get rid of though? Didn't you get rid of some good players?
Randall, we got rid of Julius.
Oh, that was bad. Yeah, you guys needed him.
He ended up going to the Pelicans.
Yeah, you needed him for sure. He was really he's one of those workhorse type players.
He is, and he's balling out with Pelicans.
Yeah, he's really.
You know that always happens when you get rid of somebody. You're like all of a sudden. I think they do it out of spite. They play 100 times better. You know?
I think he's was always a good all around player. So even last year, but now he's getting more opportunity. You know, because like Alonzo Ball had the ball the whole time, and you know that kind of thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, we need to get rid of Alonzo Ball. That dude he's a liability when it comes to offense. He's a good defensive player, believe it or not. But when it comes to
he's a good passer.
When we're down by 20, I need somebody in there that can actually shoot the ball.
Well, that's all he needs to kind of work on is just shooting. But like his passing is better than literally 98% of people that play because he sees things.
Right.
The great, the player that people are gonna really Luka Doncic. Like the people that didn't pick him are idiots. Like everybody knew he was that good. Like that's the thing. They just didn't take him.
You know what, though, Greg? The first time we played him, I was like, man, this guy's a dud. And next thing I know, I kept seeing highlights on him. And we played him the other day, and I'm like, man, this guy's a stud, man.
No, he's great shooter, great passer, and he's like 6'10". I mean, it's just ludicrous what he's doing. He made a shot, and we played them about 2 weeks ago in Portland. And we were up by. He hit that shot to go into overtime. We still won the game, but my God, that shot he made! Are you kidding me?
Believe me, Greg. I saw that. And I saw your live where you got shut down. Because
That's right. That's right. I think I was live, and I went, "Oh God, Jesus!" But then we did win in overtime. So.
Oh man.
I'm missing games for you guys. Okay, everybody. I missed some Blazer games. All right.
You know what? I thought when the NBA season would start, I was like, "Oh, Gray's not gonna go on live as often." And here you are, you're going live every day. I'm like, "Son of a b!" I was like, "Hold on." I was basing Gray lives off of the Portland schedule. I was like, "No, he ain't gonna go live today because of the schedule." And next thing I know, you're going live. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Well, I usually go a lot of times.
Every day.
Sometimes it's after the game, but I do go sometimes on it. Look at that. Amy said, "Boys are so boring." Well, it's even more boring to go up into a women's Facebook chat and hear them talk about the dates they went on and the makeup that they wear, okay? That is way, way more boring, okay?
Right.
At least we're talking about something that's going on out there. Boom!
Who's that, Amy?
Yeah. She said,
"Come on.
Boys are so boring." Yeah. Yeah, you should see the other day. Check this thing out. I was like, I got up in the morning and I said, "Hey," to Daro. Daro and Ada are in this little chat that we have, and I just said something, and then just little comments back. Then I left for 2 hours to do something. Came back, there was 300 comments, and they're all about this date that it was just oh god, man. I had to go through the whole. I was going through it, just thinking, and then he started calling my name for advice and stuff. Hey, Gray, what do you think, Gray? I mean, I was being tagged, but I never actually was there during the. And then I said, "Hello, I'm here." Then they didn't respond for 2 hours because they went and did something. But I had to read all of it, and then anyways, that's fun.
I hear you.
That's so fun.
that's like on our Facebook page when everybody tags Ray, and I'm like, I don't think Ray's gonna catch every one of those. I mean, there's a couple of them where you just never even respond on them. I highly doubt you're like, all right, who tagged me? You know?
Oh yeah, I barely see any of the tags anymore because I'm so busy. I just show up there and check my comments. Like if you message me and tell me that you sent me, tag me, then I'd probably see it. But there's so many tags. I could go up there and there's like 100 notifications, and you know, most of them are like I have this one friend that always wants to tag me to when there's a really ludicrous comment, so I can get in there and make a comment back, and then it creates this whole drama. Oh, there's Blue. He's getting up. You guys couldn't see him though, but let's see. Yeah. I mean, Facebook's pretty cool, but it's just good for. I just like it for communicating with individuals, not like a group, but not like the groups. Sometimes they get like for specific cases, you get. There's always fights because people show up, they say just crazy things, kind of like what you're mad about, and then this whole debate happens, and it just turns into a shit show, basically.
No, that's the thing. I mean, I'm not, being a Marine, yeah, obviously, but when people start throwing it out there and try to sync the two and say, oh, this guy was a Marine. No, that guy was a dirtbag. He was not even a Marine, so let's not even go there, So, yeah, it kind of aggravates me when I hear people, and that's why you got to sit them straight, and I'm glad you afforded me an opportunity on this platform to voice my opinion about it,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got more people watching now, so your voice is heard by more people. And hopefully they'll spread it around by a 21-year-old, or 21-year, you would like to be 21 again, though, I would imagine, but 21-year vet of being a Marine, right?
Right. Yeah, man. Iraq,
That's
Afghanistan.
Awesome.
I've been out there. So believe it or not. So it wasn't fun being out there missing.
Yeah.
Now I'm more like Mr. Mom. But I tell my wife every day, I was like, man, I trade in being deployed than being Mr. Mom every now and then.
No. Oh yeah. So it's harder.
Oh, yeah.
It's harder to be Mr. Mom than. Okay.
Waking up two kids and making their lunches and getting them ready to school.
Yeah.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, oh.
God, I'd rather get up right now and
they want to stay up late and then they don't want to wake up in the morning.
Yeah, I'd rather get up in my car and hope that I don't drive over a IED, go through some buildings. I'd way rather do that than make a couple peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Right? Like, man, get out of bed. That's what I tell my kids.
Yeah.
Like, you guys don't want drones such as that.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys once, get out of the bed. By the time I come back, you guys better get out. If not, I'm flipping racks. When I come back, they're already dressed. It's hilarious.
Oh, wait. Somebody said, is Blue a Warriors fan? No, he's not. He's a Blazers fan, and he likes Seth Curry, who's playing really well right now. That's why we're playing so well. He's just starting to make everybody's shooting well. The Blazers right now are. I wish the playoffs were right now because they are Nurkic. Everybody's playing awesome. I mean,
he's Blue, a Warriors fan.
Yeah.
Steph Curry heart.
Did you see Well, hold on. Did you see that? Did you see that game the other night that Nurkic had, where it was it's actually, since it's been recorded stats, nobody's ever done it. He had over 20 points, over 20 rebounds, and then over 6 assists, over 6. God, what was it? It was like it just went through this whole litany of things, and nobody's ever done it in the history. Like since they've recorded stats. Like, isn't that incredible? I mean, like that can't you can't be bad and do that. Yeah. I don't know which game it was, but it was like 20-something, 24 points, 21 rebounds. I think it was like 7 or 8 assists, 6 blocks, and 6 God, I mean, it was nuts. The whole thing. It was just across the board. He was like and it was just sort of this random game too. But when you looked at the box score at the end, it was just unbelievable. Anyways, go ahead.
No, I'm just cracking up. My son decided he thought it'd be funny to jump on the live and say, "What's up, Vic?"
Oh yeah. Oh, that was him that said that.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's over here. He's like,
how old is he?
Old Staples. Oh, he's 14 years old.
Oh, because he sounded like a little bit like you.
No, he's over here like, "What's up, Vic?" I'm like, "Oh, really?" We're gonna have a conversation.
Yeah, I go up to my dad. "Hey, Bill," So yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. No, it's you guys, your boys are balling. You're right, absolutely right. If the playoffs started now, they'll be like,
be good.
They'll be in there.
Yeah. But you never know. Yeah.
I know. We're talking about sports. People are like losing interest. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
guys.
it's okay. It's okay. Every once in a while.
I didn't mean to wing it into sports.
It's okay. It's already getting kind of late, anyways. I came on early. I came on at like 8:15, so now it's 11:19. That's 3 hours.
No, you did great. I wanted to jump on and comment, but I couldn't because I was in the middle of. I had a company over, and we were watching the playoffs, the football playoff games.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be like, "Hey guys, you guys watch the game. Gray's on. See you guys later." They would have been like, "Who's this weirdo just walking off?" He invited us to come watch the game.
Oh, really? Well, that's nice of you. Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh man, I gotta, be a good host."
Yeah.
So we watched the playoff games, and after they all left, and I saw you came back on, I was like, right on. Maybe just call in, and I haven't talked to Gray in a while.
Well, hey, it's always good to have you call in. You should call in more often, actually. Talk about cases.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. So I know. Are you gonna go to CrimeCon or what's the deal? I know you were talking about.
I might do it. I'm not sure. I mean, I would just go there as like anybody else, just walking around, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask. Are you gonna go down there as an actual media, or are you gonna go down there as just a regular individual?
Yeah, because they already have booths and everything. Like there's already
right.
Like 2 people that do what I do, but they do more of just the standard videos. But they have a booth, and then yeah, I would probably just go if I went. It'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. So now I was talking to Dara because Dara just hit me up too, because her and I have been talking about it, and Audra I think as well. We've been talking about it, and
oh yeah.
Dara just hit me up, asked me if I was still going. I was like, yeah, I think my wife already got the ticket, so we'll
so you're going. There, so you're going, right?
Yeah, I'm going.
It's pretty expensive, isn't it?
So, yeah, no. Nah, retired life, Greg. Come on now.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just asking. It is pretty expensive, though, isn't it? I mean, it's like
It is, but guess what? You know what? Hey, you only live once, so definitely gonna enjoy it. And not only that, if I could enjoy it with good company, Ray, Darryl, and Audra, I mean, I'm pretty sure we have a good time.
No, that might be kind of fun. Sweet. Wow, so you guys are all going, huh?
I honestly thought you were going to go down there as media, so because I was looking at the web, the website, and I'm like, if you go down as media, you get all these other perks.
As a what?
You get all these other perks.
No, I mean go down as what are you saying? What word are you going down as?
No, I was looking at the website, but if you go down as media.
Oh, media. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, media.
Yeah, media.
Huh.
Like in media, what I mean by that is like you get booths and such.
Or maybe I could pretend, get some credentials somewhere.
Right. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool, man. Seeing, partying down in New Orleans.
Yeah, we could wear freak shirts. I'll bring shirts for everybody.
Right.
We are freaks. What do you mean? Oh well, yeah. Gray Hughes investigates.
We gotta watch out with that because some people are like, "Oh, you're a freak. Come on,
yeah.
Hold on, the true crime freak. Hold on."
Okay, maybe the Nefarious shirts then. Something.
There you go. Those are better.
Yeah, I like the We Are Freaks, the mugs and.
No, Yeah, I like those too. They're pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Oh man. But yeah, okay. So yeah, that's good to know. So if you have it on the back burner, you know, my wife asked me, "Is Gray going?" I was like, "I'm under the pressure. He's probably gonna go under media." But if you didn't even go under media, that'll be cool to see you out there.
Yeah. So when is it? Like in June or something, or?
Right. It's gonna be in New Orleans. Look, Lanky Jen, she's already had it going down. So.
She said what?
No, Lanky Jen. She always posts that you're going, so I was under the impression you're already going.
Yeah, she always says that, but I have never said that I was actually. But I mean, I'd like to. Let me just look into it. Maybe I'll start looking into it a little bit.
Yeah, that'll be cool. See all freaking. That way I could start doing my little Zoids, please report to the dance floor.
Oh, jeez. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, jeez. Need some live footage.
I'll start cueing the music.
Oh boy. Looking at alternate.
All right, Gray. I'm gonna get off of here just in case someone else. I don't know if someone else is trying to call, but. Oh, look at Raven. Raven just came on. Oh, Raven 187. He changed his name.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anybody else wanted to call in, but.
No, it's okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and get off.
Yeah, I'll probably just sort of end the show here pretty soon. I'm getting kind of sleepy myself.
All right, brother.
But hey, thanks for calling in, man. That was awesome.
Oh, sorry about that, Gray. What was that?
I said that was awesome.
Yeah, it was always nice talking to you, brother.
You too.
Zoids, I love you. Hey, keep it going.
All right.
Always, you know what? Always take care of each other. All right, there, Gray.
Excellent.
Love
All right, Freakazoid.
Out.
See you later, man. All right, bye. And there he is. Vic Daddy. And I'm out of Skype right now. All right. Yeah, that was good. So remember what he said, all right? That guy wasn't in the Marines, okay? Or if he did just sign up for the Marines, he definitely didn't have some military-grade shotgun. All right. Quit all the garbage about that. It's bogus. Bullshit, as it were. Well, cool, Tawny Lynn. Was there a time where you hated me? Because a lot of people do say that. They go, oh, God, Gray. When I first started, I hated the way, you just... And then but after a while, it just sort of, I don't know why it's like that, but maybe after a while you realize the sanity of it all, right? Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. But maybe we can look more into this case too. We've got this one in here. Keep an eye out on it. I'll look more into it, I think, tomorrow. Well, the thing is, I got so many other ones I was going to get back into. I just sort of had this one. Two or three people had emailed me this, so I was going to go over it. But when you start going over it, it becomes more interesting when there's information to look at. And so now we have at least, I'd like to have the exact address on Clay Street. And I'd like to hear from somebody that was at the party. I don't know why nobody's been interviewed on the news that was at this gathering to have pizza. That would be nice. And just to get the real information on how she left. It's just like grass out there. Let's see. Yeah, Vic's cool. He's got a huge Word document full of quotes that I've made. The Grayisms, whatever you want to call them. I don't know who that is. Gracie Smith. Why are you hoping Grace? Who's Gracie Smith? Maybe you could help me out with that. Yeah, yeah. Right. Find Emily. Oh, okay. Yeah, didn't hear from her. Did you message her or something? Why would I hear from her? If you want to get a hold of her and have her, message me, maybe we can do a show with her on it. That'd be great. Yes, what? Yeah, what's weird about Vic is I think he memorizes all these things. Like, I don't think he's copying and pasting. I don't have photographic everything. Meaning I don't have photographic memory, right? I don't even know what that means. Okay, thanks. But it sounds like they've ruled out the... they say that all the time, though, about ruling out somebody. No, isn't it more, shut the hell up. Yeah, but you have them memorized, I think, Vic. That's the thing, is you can just bust them out in the drop of a dime. It's just boom, in a drop of a hat. Or just ding. On a dime. Drop of a hat. Now I'm mixing metaphors together. Oh, boy. There's another one for you. On the drop of a dime. Or is it drop of a hat? It's on a dime. I'm mixing metaphors. There you go. Yeah. Piece of a drop of a hat. Right. Yes, it was incredible, the peace of mind they had to come up with that plan that they had, right? The peace of mind they had. Yes, fish ancestry. See, that one didn't get enough laughter, because when I went back and watched the fish ancestry one, I literally had tears in my... Because when I watch my show later, I look at myself as if it's not me. And that shit was so funny to me, but somehow it just rolled right past everybody. There wasn't even an LOL in the chat. It was almost as if people believed what I was saying. Yes, I've actually learned that I'm not supposed to inhale liquid. It's weird. I figured it out. Yeah. Anyways, wow, I'm tired right now. So, anyways, I'm going to call it a day, and hold on a second. So again, the people I left out earlier are Lori and Megan, who donated in PayPal. Okay, I screwed up. Okay, and then, oh wow, so let's see. See, now they've added another one to this. So hold on, let me see how to work this. All right, so Cynthia donated on PayPal. But again, this is where, see, what they did was they stack them, which is hard to figure out at that point. So, yeah, so Cynthia Jacobs just donated during this live session, so I appreciate that. Is there anything else in here? Oh, wait, I think there's more of them, I believe. Lisa. Man, this is getting hard. Hopefully that's the only PayPals that came in. Alright. So now I'm going to go to the Super Chats. Here we go. M. Howard, Amanda Baker, Lori M., Brian St. John, and then Richard Canick, the mechanic. Although he probably isn't a mechanic. Oh, I don't know what he does for a living, actually. And then Sonny Grant, Jana Fan, and then Richard Canick again. Lanky Jen, J Case, and Lanky Jen. So thank you. I'll have to check out this Crime Con. Let me put this link over here. For Crime Con. Right there. Did I miss anybody? Let me know. Wendy let me know last time when I missed something. But I saw Wendy's comment at the end of the last one. Hey, you missed these people, but I think I've corrected that, right? Let me know, Wendy. Did I get everybody? At least from the last show? Oh, well, there's another one. Oh, I think that's the one, right? So that came in. Wow, that's weird. Or is that a new one? Anyways, Amanda Belg.
Let's get one more in right at the end.
Oh,
B-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-M.
Oh, you did do it. That was just now. B-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-M. Okay. All right. Let me do the... I might go actually into that place in Australia that we were looking at earlier. Just fly around. There it is. Fly around out in the desert. Yee-hoo! Thank you, everybody. Thanks for all the super chats, by the way.
Boom!
That's so loud now. Look at that. Yee-hoo! Bam! Let me get my face off of here. It looks like Mars. Jim Nething. Taro, Big Daddy, Audra Blankenship, Soldier Photos, Bella Blue, Picture Renee, Nada, Cotton Candy, Joaquin Larson, Rachel Kaiser, Eritrea, Sass Mare, Denise, Wingslave, Peace like a river. Wow. Yeah, it was, my drone right there was driving itself into the ground. All right, everybody. Thank you for showing up tonight. I know we were kind of all over the place there. All the way from Australia to Texas to Kentucky to Afghanistan, Iraq. We were everywhere, right? But it was fun. I had a good time. Hope you guys had a good time. All right. Get back to some more cases probably tomorrow. All right. So that's where we're at. And I appreciate every one of you for showing up and hanging in there. It's really fun for me. All right. So until next time, everybody, be safe out there.